Ashay, my little buzz. Grand rising to the family. Much love to you all. Shout out to my fellow Capricorn nation. This is your girl, Empress Goddess. Welcome to Empress Goddess Presents. Let's talk astrology. All you need to know about astrology. Let's get in there.
Chapter 6. Tarot Cards. The different cards and their commonly used meanings. In this chapter, we will explain the different meanings and interpretations of each of the commonly used tarot cards. A single tarot card deck typically has about 78 cards in it. These cards are broken into 5 separate sections: Major Arcana, Cups, Pentacles, Swords, and Wands. The core of a deck of tarot cards is often considered the Major Arcana. The Major Arcana is a section of the tarot deck that, when put in order, follows the life of humanity from the origin to the end of all. This section of the deck is very interesting because it tells the story of all of life from beginning to end, while also acting as signs or predictors of different things in a person's life. For the sake of this text, we will give brief descriptions of each card from the Major Arcana and what they mean if pulled in a tarot reading. If you are interested in learning about all of the cards of the tarot deck, we highly recommend visiting the website labyrinthos.co, which has much more information on the subject. Major Arcana. The Major Arcana is a section of the tarot deck that contains 22 cards that tell the story of human spiritual evolution. It begins with a Fool and moves through the different stages of life until it reaches the World. One important thing to remember is that tarot cards have different meanings whether they are upside down or right side up. We will give a brief explanation of each meaning for each card. The Fool, right side up. The Fool is often depicted as a young man walking obliviously towards a cliff. This card typically represents innocence and naivety. The individual in the image seems to be uncaring of the danger or dangers that await him. This card is considered number 0. The number 0 in tarot is considered a number of potentials. He is often described as a blank slate, not having a clear-cut personality, but rather preparing to embark on a journey that will shape his experiences and ideals. Broadly speaking, the pulling of the Fool right side up is indicative of the beginning of a journey. This journey will bring a sense of freedom from life's restraints and difficulties. Each day under this card is considered the beginning of a new adventure with an almost childlike gleam to it. Pulling this card in a reading is typically a call to give into one's riskier side and accept new challenges and opportunities. The Fool, upside down. The Fool being drawn upside down typically shows a more negative side of the card. This means that the individual in question may be literally acting like a fool or ignoring obvious signs of danger. This card is often trying to alert the card holder to something that is too good to be true. The Magician, right side up. The Magician is a complicated card to understand. It depicts a man pointing at the sky and down towards the ground. A gesture that is often interpreted as meaning, as above, so below, which is a phrase used to mean that the earth reflects the heavens. Within this card is also the symbolism of the 5 suits of the tarot deck, meaning that the Magician holds power to all 5 elements. This card represents the willpower of an individual, and pulling this card right side up may mean that it is time for one to tap into their full potential. The Magician, upside down. This card is pulled upside down. It may mean that it is time for the card holder to make changes in their life. The reverse Magician card represents an illusion of grandeur. The magic occurring in one's life may be that of deceit or trickery. This card may indicate that there is a person in one's life who appears to have their best interest at heart, but in fact cares only about themselves. The High Priestess, right side up. The High Priestess card typically depicts a woman sitting on a throne between 2 opposing pillars that represent the opposing forces of reality. Her location between them indicates that she is meant to be the mediator between these 2 pillars. The High Priestess is often connected with knowledge of the inner mind and pulling her during a reading session can indicate that the card holder should trust their gut over their intellect. The High Priestess card upside down. Pulling the High Priestess upside down often indicates that the card holder is having difficulty listening to their intuition. This often means that it may be time to settle down and contemplate their possible options rather than take the logical route through them. They may also have been ignoring signs from their gut intuition to follow through with the decision. Their actions may feel contradictory to their internal values and beliefs, and they may be feeling confused about their recent decisions. However, in case this card is pulled, one may want to try asking questions about their inner self, which may show that they follow whichever is truer to their internal beliefs and values. The Empress, right side up. The Empress card often represents fertility because it depicts a woman sitting on a throne surrounded by beautiful, boundless nature. This woman is believed to be representative of the Earth goddess. Her world is ruled by Venus, which indicates an appreciation of beauty, love, and harmony. Pulling the Empress card right side up shows how deeply we are connected to our femininity. This is often associated with a nurturing characteristic. She may be pulled as a sign to connect more firmly with one's sensuality. One must often compare this card with the others pulled during a reading, but if the other cards are not indicative of it, this card may be a sign of pregnancy. If not, this card can also be a sign of the birth of a new business idea or creative process. The Empress, upside down. Because of the Empress's nurturing tendencies, a large part of this card indicates wanting to care for others. However, pulling this card upside down indicates that the card holder has spent too much time caring for others and has thus lost some of their strengths and willpower. They may have begun to neglect their needs, either physically or mentally, or smothered those that they are caring for. The Emperor, right side up. The Emperor card is often considered to be the opposite of its predecessor, the Empress. Where the Empress ruled with love, care, and nurturing, the Emperor is known to rule with force, action, and aggression. This card also represents the wisdom of experience, as shown as the Emperor's long beard. Behind the Emperor, the viewer can see many large mountains that represent his ambition. Pulling this card in any reading may indicate that the person in question is a strong leader and brilliant strategist. This card may also be a sign of strong discipline and strong paternal values, as well as a sign of someone with the rational ideals of a man who knows how to serve his people. For future plans, this card may indicate that they will go through unhindered as long as they approach the plans in the same mindset as the Emperor, methodically and strategically. The Emperor, upside down. This card pulled upside down indicates the abuse of power in one's life. This could mean that the card holder is abusing power, or someone else in their life is exerting a power over them that should not have been bestowed upon them. In a personal context, this card upside down can show a lack of self-control and an inability to handle difficult situations. Hierophant, right side up. This card is also known as the Pope or the High Priest. It shows a person of very strong religious connotation. This person is typically shown holding a triple cross, each of the horizontal bars representing the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. At his feet are two acolytes meant to represent the transfer of knowledge from one to another. For the card holder, this represents the yearning for a previous structure. That is, the person in question wants to be a part of a society or organization greater than themselves. They may wish to join a clergy or another organization of ancient connotation. This is a sign that straying from traditions or set beliefs is not the way to go. Hierophant, upside down. The Hierophant pulled upside down may indicate that one is feeling too constrained by the structures and rules in their life. This means that they may be tempted to try unorthodox approaches to traditional results. In children, this may be a sign that they are about to hit a rebellious streak or feel resentful of smothering parents. Lovers, right side up. The Lover's card shows an angel blessing a couple. The couple appears to be safe and happy in what is assumed to be the Garden of Eden. This card has a sense of harmony and balance, unparalleled by any other. When pulled, this can indicate a very strong relationship between two individuals. Sometimes it can show two individuals being joined in marriage, but it can also represent a strong relationship of friendship or kin. Another meaning that is often overlooked is the burden of choices. This could mean that the card holder needs to focus more on a dilemma facing them at the moment. On a more personal level, this card can mean that they are in the process of understanding and discerning their belief system outside of societal norms. Lovers upside down. Pulling this card upside down indicates that one is dealing with multiple conflicts that can either be internal or external. There is a lack of balance and harmony in one's life that is creating pressure and strife in their relationships. They may consider pinpointing the root of the issue and why they are punishing themselves and the people around them for it. Another interpretation of this card is a recent break or loss of strong communication with another person. This may be causing an imbalance between the card holder and those around them. Finally, this card can indicate that one is avoiding taking responsibility for their actions. This means that they may need to try and let go of their pride and take responsibility for their recent decisions. Chariot, right side up. This card has very strong celestial connotations in its artwork. It depicts a man sitting in a cart being pulled by a black and white sphinx. Above the man's head is a canopy of blue with white stars, meant to represent the heavens. Adorning his shoulders are two crescent moons representing his spiritual influence and power. The coloring of the sphinxes is rather important, as it represents the opposing forces that the man must learn to work with and turn towards a common goal. Pulling this card in a reading is a sign that one may have difficult challenges ahead, but if they maintain a focused and confident demeanor, they will overcome them and be a much greater person for it. It also indicates that the quest they are about to embark on may cause them to display behavior that they have never shown before. They may be surprised by their skills and abilities. Chariot, upside down. Pulling this card upside down indicates that the card holder lacks some level of willpower or focus. They may have driven off course, so to speak, and probably need to take some time to connect themselves and attempt to find the road again. This card can also mean that they lack control and are taking certain things lying down, when it may be in their best interest to fight for their independence. It should be seen as a wake-up call that they need to get their head in the game and start pushing forward harder than ever before. The Strength, right side up. This is a particularly interesting card, as its name suggests, because it would usually represent traditional power and strength. However, the artwork depicts a woman of a delicate demeanor, calmly holding the jaws of a lion shut. The lion is drawn with all the characteristics of a strong, powerful beast, and as an interesting dynamic, the woman looks perfectly peaceful as she holds his mouth shut. This shows an interesting idea of strength that is somewhat uncommon in ancient contexts. The interpretation of this is that strength is not physical prowess, but in the calm, mental courage that someone with immense love and compassion can contain. Pulling this card in a reading session often indicates that one contains a sort of inner strength that they may be unaware of. It shows that they excel at maintaining a calm demeanor and attitude in the face of distress. This card also shows that the person in question is very patient and can utilize that patience to achieve anything they set their mind to. The Strength, upside down. Pulling this card upside down indicates that the card holder may be lacking certain qualities that would benefit them in upcoming trials and tribulations. It is a sign that they may be unsure of themselves and that an upcoming challenge is going to uproot their very belief system. This can also indicate mental depression, as it may be predicting a loss of passion for things one normally cares very deeply about. The drawing of this card can also predict that a person may withdraw from traditional society in the coming months. This person may have difficulty including themselves in social events or activities. They may want to consider watching out for these signs in the coming months and having their mental health watched by a professional. Hermit, right side up. This card has some very interesting contradictions in its artwork. The image on this card typically depicts an elderly man holding a lantern atop a tall, snowy mountain. The mountain, in this case, represents accomplishment and success. What is interesting is that the old man looks disheveled and broken, not at all satisfied with his accomplishment, but appears to have gained a great amount of wisdom. He is also holding a large walking staff, which represents power, but can also be interpreted as a sign that his mission is not complete, that he now needs to share his knowledge and experience with the rest of the world. Pulling this card may mean that the person in question needs to take some time for themselves to reflect upon life and the many experiences they have had. This individual may be considering going about life alone. Whatever that may mean to them, if it involves a partner or a friend, they may be considering leaving that individual. This card is not meant to sway that person either way, but to let them know that they may need to think a while before making a decision. The Hermit upside down. When pulled upside down, the person in question may be certain that they would like to traverse the world alone, but should consider that doing so may be harmful to themselves or others. This card also denotes the dangers of looking within. It reminds the viewer that while self-reflection is good and necessary, if they are not careful, they may find themselves in the throes of madness. In the professional realm, this card upside down indicates that one may be about to get to the bottom of a problem that's been bothering them for a long time. Wheel of Fortune, right side up. The Wheel of Fortune card is the most symbolically packed card in the deck. It is full of images of symbolic significance and religiously charged actions. At the very center of the card is an image of a wheel surrounded by different beings that represent 4 signs of the zodiac: the angel, the eagle, the bull, and the lion. These beings represent Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Each of these creatures is holding a text that is meant to represent the Torah, a symbol of infinite wisdom. This card also contains a snake that represents the act of descending into the material world, as well as a sphinx and what appears to be a type of devil or Anubis. These last 2 are said to represent the power of the gods and kings, as well as the underworld. Pulling this card in any reading may mean that one needs to recognize that some things in life are out of their control, and that the wheel of life continues to turn no matter their actions. Wheel of Fortune upside down. When this card is pulled upside down, it often indicates misfortune and bad luck following the person in question. As grim as this sounds, the inclusion of the wheel points out that this luck will eventually turn, as all things do. One must make sure to release control and be comfortable in the fact that the luck will turn their way, given time. Justice, right side up. The symbolism of this card is quite clear in the imagery. The card is full of symbolism pointing to law, truth, and fairness of the soul. The woman of justice sits in a throne holding a set of scales in one hand and a sword in the other. The scales are said to represent the balance of intuition and logic, while the double-edged sword is said to represent fairness. On her crown is a square that is meant to represent clarity. Pulling this card right side up in a reading session indicates that one's decisions at a current time hold great importance for their future. This also indicates that their actions or the actions of those around them may be judged by the universe soon. This may be shown in the revelation of a truth kept secret or a wrong that may be corrected. Justice upside down. This card upside down has many interpretations. One of those is that the card holder may be in the denial of their actions or the consequences of their actions. This often means that they need to let the past go and try to move forward. Accepting the decisions of the universe will help them continue their life without hindrance. Hanged Man, right side up. This card depicts a man hanging upside down from a tree. Within this card, we see one huge contradiction that points to the symbolism of the card. While the man is suspended in a way that should be uncomfortable, the man seems to be without any worry, with his second foot free and his arms held casually behind his back. The tree he is hanging from is meant to represent the living world, with its roots down in the underworld and the branches holding up the heavens. Because of the calm expression on the man's face, it is believed that he is hanging by his own free will. He wears red pants to represent humanity's passion and vitality. The blue in his shirt represents the calm serenity of his emotions. Pulling this card in a reading indicates that the viewer may be in a situation that is not the best or most comfortable, but needs to understand that this time is a sacrifice necessary to progress further in life. This may show that they are in a time of indecision, and may be an indicator that they need to postpone actions that are time-sensitive in order to make a better, more informed decision. Hanged Man, upside down. The reversal of this card has very specific connotations that are somewhat rare in the deck of tarot. This card in reverse indicates that the person in question is wasting their time on something and receiving nothing in return. This is a sign that they may be stuck and need to consider switching up their methods of handling life. There may be something in their life that they are devoting a lot of time to that is not worth the effort anymore. Death, right side up. This card depicts Death as a skeleton riding a white horse in full armor, holding a flag with white designing. Death drawn as a skeleton wearing armor represents that bones are the only thing left after one perishes, but that death is impenetrable. The white horse Death rides represents the purity of death, as everyone is purified upon leaving this world. Beneath Death lies the dead bodies of individuals from all classes: a king, a pauper, a woman, and a child. Death is a very misunderstood card in the tarot deck. Often feared, this card has a much deeper meaning than simply death and pain. Rather than the ending of life, this card can also mean the ending of a phase in one's life to give way for something new and more exciting. It is a sign that one needs to begin putting their focus into what lies ahead of them, rather than what they have been doing. Another interpretation is that they may be going through a major change or transition in their death. Death, upside down. This card flipped upside down means about the same thing as the card right side up, but with an added connotation. It still indicates that one may be experiencing a great change in their life, but it now also includes the fact that they may be denying or resisting it. If a person pulls this card, they may want to consider a decision that they have turned down multiple times and may be willed to try out. Whether this is in a romantic sense or the sense of a new sport or club, they may be denying themselves change out of fears of the unknown and should consider accepting the fact that life moves on and there is no way to stop change. Prince, right side up. The symbolism of this card very strongly represents unity among opposites. This card depicts an angel without defining sexual characteristics, which hints that the sexes are in perfect balance. In addition, this angel has one foot in the water and one on land, which shows the connection of the material world to the subconscious. She also has a square inscribed on her robe with a triangle in the middle. This represents the connection between the clarity of the physical world, the square, and the spiritual realm of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, the triangle. She holds 2 cups with water flowing infinitely between them, representing infinite unity. Pulling this card shows that one is a person who remains calm and balanced in the face of uncertainty. This card indicates a sense of clarity and that one knows what they want in life and love. This may also indicate that it may be time to look through previous decisions and choices and attempt to balance them out with other options in one's life. Temperance, upside down. Pulling this card in reverse is a sign that something in the card holder's life is unbalanced and needs to be reconsidered. They may also be lacking in a long-term goal or vision for the future, which may be causing some internal turmoil and a lack of purpose. They may also be suffering in excess. The Temperance card serves as a reminder that everything is only good in moderation, and that to live happy, one must be careful not to devote too much time in their life to one thing or individual. Devil, right side up. This card shows the devil in his stereotypical satyr form. The devil, in addition to being half goat, half man, also has an inverted pentagram on his forehead, as well as bat wings adorning his back. Beneath him are a nude woman and a nude man chained together, a feature which shows that the devil has dominion over them. Both humans have goat-like characteristics, which show that the longer they spend in the devil's world, the more they leave their human selves. Receiving this card in a reading session is very grim indeed. It shows that one may be feeling entrapped, empty, or lacking in fulfillment. It also indicates that they may have become a slave to their material possessions. They may know already that they are headed down a slippery slope, but may feel powerless to stop their fall. This may also indicate a possible addiction to substances or material pleasures. The Devil upside down. This card being pulled upside down indicates a much more positive reading. It represents breaking free from the chains that may be binding one metaphorically. The downside to this, of course, is that breaking these chains and changing these habits is not easy and may come with a price. One has to be prepared when pulling this card to endure extreme hardship to come out better. Often when this card is pulled, it is recommended that the person in question take some time to self-reflect and perhaps even write a list of all the habits they need to change. The Tower, right side up. This card shows a tall, foreboding tower that has been struck by lightning and is set ablaze as a result. As their final act, several people are leaping from the windows of this burning tower. It is often believed that these individuals are the same two individuals that we see in the Devil card. This tower represents ambition that is built on faulty principle and as a result must be destroyed in order to create something new. The pulling of this card in a reading is a sign of necessary but also very difficult change. This can mean the destruction of a relationship that has turned sour or the physical change of location from one home to another. Tower, upside down. Pulling this card in reverse is often a sign that great catastrophe is headed in one's direction. This may mean that something they cut corners with in the beginning is about to resurface and they will have to suffer the consequences of their actions. This may indicate that they need to become more self-reliant in order to rebuild a new foundation of better quality. Star, right side up. This card shows a nude woman kneeling on the edge of a pond. She is holding 2 cups of water. One she is using to nourish the ground, and one is being poured out into the pond. Above her is one large star with 7 smaller stars surrounding it. Pulling this card in a reading is a message to remind the viewer that they contain many great gifts blessed to them. This card indicates that they may be doubting their gifts because of recent traumatic events. The Tower. This card is meant as a reminder to trust in one's abilities and to be grateful for the gifts they are blessed with. Star upside down. Pulling this card upside down indicates that one is feeling overwhelmed by the challenges facing them. They may feel as though the entire world is conspiring against them, and there is nothing they can do to stop it. This card serves as a reminder to nurture hope for the future and to try to find the root of what is making one feel so defeated. Moon, right side up. The Moon card serves as a lesson in duality for the receiver. Upon the card is a scene that depicts a road flanked by 2 animals, a civilized family dog and a ferocious wild wolf. As the road goes into the distance, it is perfectly in the middle of the 2 towers and goes straight down the middle of a great mountain. The 2 towers are supposed to represent good and evil, and their similar appearance serves as a reminder that evil actions and people can look the same as ones of good intentions. This card can be interpreted as a representation of an illusion. Something in the viewer's life is not as it seems. Moon upside down. Pulling this card upside down often indicates some level of confusion in one's life. This may mean that there is some sort of progress they want to make but do not know how to proceed. They may want to consider consulting someone who is an expert in the area that they are confused about. This card can also mean that one's feelings of confusion are beginning to dissipate. The Sun, right side up. This card represents life and the optimism of childhood. In this card, a nude child is riding a white horse underneath a bright sun with flowers framing him. The white horse is a symbol of the purity of the child, and the fact that he is nude shows that he has nothing to hide, for he has not yet learned of shame or modesty. Pulling this card right side up has extremely positive implications. This card is a sign of success, radiance, and strength in the individual who has pulled it. The Sun upside down. Pulling this card upside down often means that the viewer has difficulty seeing the positive side to life. This individual may be cynical and only see clouds in the sunlight. This might be hindering their confidence and making it more difficult to succeed in life. This card can also be interpreted as meaning they are being unrealistic about something. Judgment, right side up. This card is drawn in mind of what the final judgment day would look like in a religious sense. It shows an angel, assumedly Gabriel, giving his trumpet call, and men and women rising from their graves to respond. They hold out their arms ready to be judged. Pulling this card in a reading indicates that one may be about to enter a time of self-reflection. They are about to enter a time in their life in which they will be evaluating their past decisions and actions. This card can also mean they are in a period of awakening. They may have a clear idea of what needs to be changed in order to become a better version of themselves. Judgment, upside down. Pulling this card in reverse means that the card holder may be too harsh of a judge upon themselves. It is this judgment that may have caused them to miss opportunities in the past because they doubted their ability to rise to the challenge. This card can also be a sign that they may need to take a step back and review their life up to this point. They may also be focusing too hard on their past decisions and not allowing themselves to move forward in life. World, right side up. As the final card in the Major Arcana section of the tarot deck, this card is full of beautiful symbolism. In the center of the card is a woman dancing with the sash lying loosely around her body. She holds a wand in either hand and has a pleasant expression on her face. Surrounding her is a green wreath with ribbons tied around them. In each of the four corners of the card are the same four zodiac symbols from the Wheel of Fortune card: Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. The woman in the center of this card represents balance and evolution's constant and dynamic motion through time. The wreath surrounding her represents success, while the ribbons are tied in infinity symbols and reflect as such. The zodiacs represent the four elements, the four corners of the universe, and the four evangelicals. When combined, all of these symbols represent balance and unity. To pull this card in a reading indicates a reaching of enlightenment or finding the perfect balance within a person's life. Being the last card in the Major Arcana line gives it an additional meaning. That is, it also represents completion and is a sign that one's hard work is beginning to pay off. In daily life, this may mean the completion of schooling, such as graduation, or it may mean being able to retire with a healthy retirement sum. The world upside down. Pulling this card in reverse still indicates that one is reaching the end of something. The difference now is that this end may be bittersweet. They may be looking back, feeling unfinished in this chapter that is closing. They may be regretting not trying hard enough or giving enough chances to do something. They may be feeling a sort of emptiness they have not felt before. As you can see, the Major Arcana series has very strong symbolical implications that can easily be connected to the human experience. Each of these cards represents events or stages in an individual's life, as well as the events in humanity's walk on this earth, both of which reflect one another. It is this reason that is considered the core of the tarot deck, with the other sections as more of flavors or accents to be placed upon these cards. These other cards are very important as they can change the veil that one sees them through, but they do not make up the core, most basic events and ideals of a person's life. Chapter 7. Tarot, the star signs, and how they work together. It may come as a surprise to some, and not to others, that zodiac astrology and tarot card reading are very closely related. Each of the Major Arcana cards is connected to a star sign and often have traits relating to that sign. Similarly to the zodiac, each of the tarot card suits are separated into different elemental classifications as well, a byproduct of being connected so closely with the zodiac. These elements are where we will begin to pull our comparisons from. The suit of a tarot deck loosely shows what the cards within that suit predict and describe within a person's life. The elements and their attached suits and zodiac signs are as follows. Fire, suit of wands, associated with action, power, and willfulness. Zodiac, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Water, suit of cups, associated with creativity, emotion, and connection to the environment. Zodiac, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Air, suit of swords, associated with intelligence, communication, and progress. Zodiac, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Earth, suit of pentacles, associated with dependability, practicality, and problems of the body. Zodiac, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. In addition to the elements, each court card and zodiac sign is also organized by a system known as modalities. The sections of this system are known as cardinal signs, fixed signs, and mutable signs. These are broken down for you below. Cardinal. Queens. Signs under this modality are known for being decisive and initiating big decisions. Aries, fire. Cancer, water. Libra, air. Capricorn, earth. Fixed. Knights. Signs under this modality are known for being dependable, stable, and down to earth. Taurus, earth. Leo, fire. Scorpio, water. Aquarius, air. Mutable. Kings. Signs under this modality are known for being flexible, creative, and emotional. Gemini, air. Virgo, earth. Sagittarius, fire. Pisces, water. Each of these systems is only recommendations and ideas for how to interpret a deck of tarot cards relating to the zodiac. They are in no way set in stone or the rules of the tarot world. Interpretation of tarot and the zodiac as guides. You've listened this far, and maybe you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, this is so much information. How could this possibly represent me? Well, if so, you're right. This is a lot of information, and this doesn't even cover half of what a professional in this subject needs to know. But don't worry, it isn't gospel. The ideas represented in all of these various systems and artwork are only suggestions. They are meant to be tiny parts that work together to suggest what makes up you as an individual. The tarot, in particular, is meant to be a guide, a helping hand of sorts, there to offer opinion and suggestion.
Isn't that what I tell y'all? I tell y'all, I said, that's what I use it for. Which I already be knowing, All it does is, confirm what your intuition or your subconscious have already told you. That gut feeling, as they say. That always take me back, to when I was growing up as a child. Yeah, you remember they used to have, it was a cartoon they had, and they have had a couple of commercials where, they had that little devil there on the left shoulder, and they had the angel on the right. The conscious and that subconscious, that lower and that higher. Told you they've been putting the truth in our face all our life. But as I always say, I've always been different. I've always been able to see things like that. Old soul, I was always called an old soul. I always like to hang around older people. I was always more, as they said, mature than my counterparts. Life is something else, ain't it? You live and you learn. Yep.
But not to tell you what is and isn't
Q?
true. The zodiac helps an individual understand who they are and how they handle given situations. Tarot helps to predict the likelihood of situations and to understand why you may be feeling certain ways at certain stages in your life.
Yep.
It is important to take on board both of these pieces of information when making informed decisions regarding your life. A huge theme in the world of astrology is the idea of balance, of opposites coming together to create the perfect balance. Tarot and astrology complement each other.
That's right.
Giving to this balance in order to create a more balanced life for an individual. The idea here is that for an individual to live a truly happy and successful life, they must have balance.
Exactly.
This is why consideration of both tarot and the zodiac is vital for the interpretation of a human personality and life. Humans.
I told you that that's why it's so vital for you to have your birth chart. I already know Rick D got his. And of course, everybody know I got mine. That birth chart ain't nothing but a blueprint of your life. Once you get to know that, you be like, well, damn. It's everything that happened to you in your life already been there. It's in there. It knocked my socks off when I first got into it. That thing is deep, baby. Very deep. And it help you understand your life purpose as well. Because right now you're supposed to be in your North Node. Mine is Scorpio. That's the path you're supposed to be on in this lifetime. Your purpose. What you came back to do. My purpose is what I'm doing now. To help enlighten, the collective. Inspire, lead, live by example. Lead by example. Sometimes I be wanting to give up, but I just say, no, I got to move on because I know what I got to do. I get discouraged, because I'm not perfect. No one is. But that's all a test. Every lesson is a blessing. Always remember that, my babies.
Are incredibly complicated, and as such, it makes sense that subjects such as astrology, which attempts to understand the human mind and human spirit, would also be incredibly complicated. To help you understand this, you must take into account both of these subjects. In the next chapter, we are going to bring to light a very different method of understanding a person's personality. While this next method is...
when I first started out on my channel, I used to come on and, explain by my birth chart. But I said, well, look like didn't nobody want to get their birth chart, but they be wanting to know everything about what's going on with their sign. But I tell you, faith without works is dead, people. You got to do the work. You can't just sit down. Y'all ask the Most High to bless y'all with this and bless y'all with that. And y'all have faith is going to do it. But hey, like I say, you got to also work. You got to put in some work too. I don't told y'all faith without that. That's a true saying. I stand on that. Faith without works is dead. It ain't got to be nothing grand or spectacular. It's the smallest things. What's that? What was that commercial that Visa had? It's the small things that are priceless. It's nothing grand, ain't nothing big. That's what I say a lot. See, I'm getting off the subject for a minute or two, but I got to do it because I'm led by spirit. You see, like on YouTube, we got these gender wars and all that shit going on. These men talking about they can't find a good woman. And first of all, the reason they can't find a good woman is because they think they're going to find a woman that look like Rihanna or Beyonce, and she going to be a good woman. Because all they looking at is the outside appearance of a person. They're not looking at the inside. You got to look at the heart, at the soul. If a person can be beautiful on the outside and ugly on the inside. And if you're ugly on the inside, you're damn sure ugly on the outside. You can still see through them. You can still see through them looks if you're awake. And that's gonna get on these heifers out here. Cause I'm a woman, but I ain't gonna. I'm for what's right. Cause I'm here to speak the truth. Y'all out here, all y'all thinking about is a damn chasing a bag. Y'all looking at, y'all trying to find the man that y'all think will be able to take care of y'all. Be able to stand on your own, and take care of your damn self. That's why y'all can't find a good man, and then y'all out here spreading wide eagle for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Pussy wore out. Got a child from every damn man in the world. Yeah, I'm speaking the truth. And you expect the man to what? To wedge you up and you got 5, 10 different children from 5, 10 different men? Where they do that at? Y'all just ain't got no damn morals these days. Yeah, it's nice if a man can have. Look, don't get me wrong. Of course, you want your other half to be able to take care of their their responsibilities and their priorities. But don't just look at a person for that. Y'all looking at a person for the dollar signs. That's superficial shit. It ain't all about that. It's about the heart, my loves. That's what it's about. It's about understanding, equal give and take. Someone that can understand you for who you are, you gonna understand them for who they are, and y'all love each other passionately and deeply. And let nothing see that's the one true saying. See, every marriage is not meant to stand because God didn't put everybody together. These are tests that we go through. See what I'm saying? That's why these people come in our lives. And we have to learn from them. See? And once you persevere and get through it, that's when you get your blessing. See what I'm saying? And mine was to learn how to stand up and speak my truth, create them boundaries, and let a motherfucker know that I'm not gonna keep going for the bullshit. See, and if you don't like it, you know what to do. See, that was my test to learn to love me, self-love first. That's the best love. When you learn how to love yourself, then you know how to love others properly. See what I'm saying? Because you know how you want to be loved. So therefore, you love that other person the way you want to be loved, not based on what somebody can do for you, and not when somebody do something for you, always throw it in your face. Because if you do something from love, out the heart, you don't bring it back up in somebody's face. You don't talk about it. That's on both sides, men and women. You don't do that. Therefore, because when a person throw it in your face, that's how you know it ain't done from the heart. It was done for show, as I put it. You know, to look good to others. See, that's what. See, that's go back to what the old heads used to say. The ancestors. You know, people can look. No one knows what goes on behind closed doors. You understand? Shit can look one way to the outside world, but it's a whole different story on the inside. So, my babies, I'm gonna get back to this, but I just had to say what was on my heart and on my mind, what I was led to say. Quit chasing women, y'all. Quit chasing these men who y'all think got some money gonna take care of y'all. Y'all be able to take care of yourself. Chase somebody that's gonna be able to love you properly and love you genuinely. The same way with a man. Quit chasing, thinking y'all gonna find y'all a dime that's top of the line. Y'all want somebody that's a 10 and a Coca-Cola bottle shape. Everybody not meant to look like that. Yeah, y'all might say, "Oh, well, you saying that because you." I look here. I've been big all my life. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm a big bone person. You know what I'm saying? I came from my family are thick like that. All right. I love my thickness. I'm voluptuous. If you don't like it, like I say, I'm just me. I'm Deanna. Okay. I speak the truth, like I say, because I am the truth. Because I walk and talk with the Most High. So, like I say, that was my test. I had to learn to love me for who I was, and not try to conform to what somebody else wants. If you can't love me for who I am and how I am, then hit the bricks. Because guess what? When you look over a person like me, You looking over the world then, because you guess what? You had the world in your hand, but you chose to go out there and try to find something you thought that looked better or was better, and them bitches ain't shit. Or that man ain't shit. The grass not always green on the other side, baby. You got to look at the heart, not at the outside appearance. You can't judge a book by the cover. What the Temptation said, beauty's on the skin deep, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very different from the other methods we have discussed. It does connect to them in an astrological sense. Chapter 8. Numerology.
Oh, I just see your comment, Rick. Because once I get in the spirit and I start talking, it's like my eyes close and I kind of be somewhere else because I'm just But then once I finish, that's when I look at the screen. I see your comments. That's just the way it be. I'm guided by the spirit. Whatever comes on my heart, that I must say it because I know it's put there by what source. Okay, my loves.
What is it, and where does it come from? If you've read the famous Harry Potter series, then you know that Hermione's favorite subject is called arithmancy, and how it is a subject about the magical qualities of numbers. What you may not know is that this subject is based on a real form of divinity known as numerology. Numerology, in reality, is based on the idea that every number has its own vibration. It is this vibration that gives each number different characteristics and affects our lives in different ways. The core of numerology believes that nothing in the universe happens by coincidence or accident, but rather it is the vibrational energy of numbers that cause things to happen a certain way. The historical influence of numerology go back as far as the Greeks, with the creation of Pythagoras numerology by the one and only Pythagoras himself. In addition to the creation of the Pythagorean theorem, Pythagoras was infatuated with the idea of the vibrational frequency of numbers.
That's why I love that movie, A Few Good Men. With Tom Cruise, he said, what did he say? He said, damn it, I want the truth. What he told, he said, you can't handle the truth. And that's what it is. They can't handle the damn truth, Reed. They just can't. See, that's why I ain't got as many. That's why I don't have 100, 2,000 subscribers, because I speak the truth. See, people don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of foolishness. See, something that won't that them crackers sit back and listen. Look at them damn niggas acting like a bunch of monkeys. That's how they want them to act. That's how they want you to do. They want you to be divided. They already got us divided by the races. And these damn fools, all these other, the white people, the white people, the black people, the Chinese people, all these nationalities or ethnic groups, they still don't understand that we all being used like puppets by the corporation. Now they trying to divide the genders, the men against the women in all colors, in all areas of life. Not just black and white, everybody. And y'all too damn stupid to see what the hell going on. Ain't nobody better than no one. We all are the same. And we need to be all of us need to come together. All ethnic groups, all nationalities. We need to come together because we the ones being played. Y'all don't been brainwashed all your life, programmed. Listening to Big Brother, the bourgeoisie, as I call it. It ain't nothing but a game, baby. The game of motherfucking life. Chess. They playing chess while y'all playing checkers.
Pythagoras subscribed to the idea that numbers connect all things. A revelation that began with the discovery that adding up odd numbers beginning with 1 will always result in a square number.
That's what I'm here
After
for.
this revelation, Pythagoras continued his research by studying the mathematical ideals of Arabic, Druid, Phoenician, Egyptian, and Essene sciences.
Some people choose to stay in the
It is his subject of numerology that we will be focusing on today, and it is the most widely used and considered. Pythagoras was a brilliant man who formulated ideas that are still widely used and acknowledged today, but he was also incredibly secretive. He taught a school at Crotona, Italy, called the Semicircle, and was treated more like a secret society. With Pythagoras forbidding his students from writing his teachings, it makes it difficult to research him today, as very few of his original writings still exist. However, this wasn't the only secret society devoted to numerology. In fact, we now know today that numerology had a hand in many secret societies. From Masons to Rosicrucians, the study and belief of numbers having a deeper connection to the world are highly valued. While Pythagoras paved the way to our modern-day numerology, he was not the sole creator, not by several thousands of years. It is widely debated on who or which community created numerology first. But what is very interesting is that they all seem to have come to the numerological conclusion on their own. Ancient societies have their own versions of numerology, and all of them developed it without truly communicating their ideas to one another. The earliest records we know of today trace back to very early Egypt and Babylon. But we also have evidence that very early in Chinese, Roman, and Japanese history, numerology was studied and used. In fact, in early Rome, in the year 370 AD, St. Augustine of Hippo wrote in a public journal, "Numbers are the universal language offered by the deity to humans as confirmation of the truth." Of course, at that time, this was a violation of the Roman Church, and as a result, this belief in numbering systems to explain the universe began to disappear. The modern age of numerology, there is a different person who is credited with bringing numerology out of its cave and into the public eye. Her name is Dr. Julia Stinton, and she is credited with the resurfacing of numerology in modern-day studies. In fact, she coined the term numerology for a study of names connected with numbers that had previously been unlabeled. Stinton came to this term by combining the Greek word for numerous, or number, and logia, to mean thought or expression. Numerology has very interesting connections to tarot and the zodiac, as each of these methods of divination have numbers assigned to them in different ways. The zodiac, for instance, has a number associated with each of the star signs depending upon its order in the zodiac lineage. Each tarot card also has a number associated with it that has a deeper meaning than just its location within the deck. Because of the numbering on each of the tarot cards, they each have their own distinct meaning within numerology that gives even more depth to the already very complicated understanding of each card. The number 1, for instance, is often associated with new beginnings or the start of something. And there are 5 cards in a deck of tarot that are numbered 1. These are the Magician card, the Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Pentacles. And while all of these cards have very different, distinct meanings, they all connect in some way to the beginnings and fresh starts. People often think of tarot and numerology as a cycle, with even numbers typically being sturdy and dependable, while odd numbers usually represent some sort of state of change or transition. Because of the cyclicity,
y'all want to hear a reading or something? I know Bobby's a fellow Capricorn and Rick is a Sagittarius, but of course, like I say, we are more than our sun sign. I'm a Sagittarius, Venus, and Neptune. You know, Venus is all about love. So you always have to watch that, as well as, you know, your what they call the divine 3, the big 3. North Node is most important too, as well. Rick D, you still in here, boo? Bobby B, how's it going, love? Hope you're well this morning. Rick D, you still in here, boo? Bobby B, how's it going, love? Let me see. Okay, you still in here? We're gonna play a couple of readings. What y'all want to hear? Y'all want to hear twin flame reading, collective reading, or y'all just want to hear the individual zodiac sign reading? We'll do a twin flame. How about that?
with
Divine
love
masculine, divine
to
feminine.
situations and to
Oh, and she
see things
live
more
too.
from his higher self perspective,
Okay,
especially
just
when it
magnetize
comes to
yourself.
love and relationships, rather
She
than
live.
making choices and decisions in the moment to satisfy
I'm
the
gonna have to.
ego-based mind. So again, we will be diving deeper into those so-called choices for both the masculine and feminine in the extended reading, which is linked in the pinned comments and description
No
box
worries, my
under
love.
this video.
I'm a member of Patreon.
So
So
now I am
I
going
always
to
get this.
be
The extended
using
readings
the
come free because I'm a
traditional
member of
tarot
Patreon channel.
to channel any other messages or pieces of information that
Because
want
we at
to
the end, she already
be
don't start. She's
coming
been on about
through.
30,
I'm
28
hearing
minutes.
that I may be answering some mental intentions that some of you beautiful souls have set within your mind upon listening to this reading. And the cards to come out here are the anxiety card upright, but also the apathy card reversed. We have the 9 of Swords and also the 4 of Cups reversed.
I'm going to the extended reading
I
because she's
feel
finna
I'm
go there
speaking
anyway.
to someone here who has felt some anxieties coming up recently. I'm hearing someone who typically feels very peaceful has been feeling a bit anxious, and at times this is almost physically, viscerally felt through
Hey, y'all
either
can
the
always hear
sacral
this
chakra
reading
or
here
the
on her
solar
channel.
plexus
But y'all
chakra.
can't hear the
So in
extended
the physical body,
unless you join
hello,
Patreon.
beautiful souls. Welcome to this extended reading here on Patreon. Thank you so much for tuning in to this reading today. And of course, thank you for your support of this work here on Patreon. We are all co-creators and soul family here, remembering and reconnecting with one another through these beautiful platforms and spaces. So I'm going to start by pulling a Moonology card just because I'm feeling really pulled to this deck to set the theme for this reading. And 2 cards actually came up here. Adjustments are required, the 3rd quarter moon, and a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. So someone might have Libra energy in their birth chart here, but this also speaks to, I'm hearing, through justice, through rebalancing, bringing in deeper peace and harmony. And I feel these so-called adjustments referenced by one of these cards speaks to some of these choice point moments that are coming up for us collectively. I said in the first reading that we both, as the divine feminine and divine masculine collective, are being presented with these choice point moments that are acting almost as portals, potential portals, into a more 5th dimensional way of being and living and loving. And one of these, with patience reversed, is related to time, and specifically programs of time limitation within collective unconsciousness that many of us have picked up throughout our physical lifetime. We're being called to address limitations around time and timing. So this actually did come up in the first reading as well. By the way, I just saw the number 222, which of course is a major number of alignments. And I also want to say that if you haven't yet listened to the first reading, you can do so by following the link in the Patreon post itself to explore that reading if you feel guided to do so before listening to this one, just to give you a little bit of context. But I am seeing that for many of us, and this includes the divine masculine, by the way, if you are a divine feminine and you may be wondering what a masculine you are connected with is going through, know that he is being presented with these choices as well. My guides are really wanting me to emphasize that if you are in a physically manifested connection in 3D with a high vibrational soulmate or twin flame to whom these messages are connecting to some degree, know that your counterpart, whether you are the masculine or feminine listening, your counterpart is going through many of these same dynamics, even if it doesn't look to you that they are from a limited physical human perspective. So what I'm getting here is timing. So right away, I'm picking up that someone is at this kind of choice point moment when it comes to time. And it is a choice of, am I going to give in to the timelines that other people or society have created for me? Or am I going to choose to live on my own terms and to reconnect fully with that inner truth that I already know, that time doesn't really exist at the level of energy, that everything is about my own energetic alignment with my heart and soul desires, with my mission, my purpose here on earth. And that when I come more closely into that alignment, even if others don't understand it or even misunderstand it and project onto it, I am living on divine time. I saw this magnet the other day, and it was a turtle that said, "I'm not in your hurry." And that line just stuck out to me throughout the day. And I feel it's because for someone listening, you are meant to remember that if someone is either consciously or subconsciously trying to rush you into something in some way, whether this is in small daily things, maybe it's an employer, a coworker, maybe it's a friend, a parent, a lover, regardless of the situation, if someone is trying to rush you in a way that feels artificial to your internal guidance, that doesn't feel in alignment with you, whether
One busy mama. Hey, baby girl. Rick D. I can't make it up. I was just talking about our purpose and everything. I can't make it up.
it's trying to rush you in what we think of as a small kind of daily mundane way, or whether it's something larger and more overarching, someone kind of pressuring you when it comes to timing in your love life or in your life choices. I'm getting for some, this may connect with choices you've made around your passions, your work. Maybe someone thinks that something should be happening faster than it's happening for you. You're really being guided to remember you're not in their hurry. You are on your own time. In fact, you are connected with these higher timelines. You are practicing the spiritual, the universal truth that when you are in alignment with something energetically, time is irrelevant, because you are learning how to become quantum entangled with your desires, how to
See what I'm talking about, Rick D? See what I'm talking about? What did I just talk on a while ago? See how spirit moves?
or twin flame, to whom these messages are connecting to some degree, know that your counterpart, whether you are the masculine or feminine listening, your counterpart is going through many of these same dynamics, even if it doesn't look to you that they are from a limited physical human perspective. So what I'm getting here is timing. So right away, I'm picking up that someone is at this kind of choice point moment when it comes to time. And it is a choice of, am I going to give in to the timelines that other people or society have created for me? Or am I going to choose to live on my own terms and to reconnect fully with that inner truth that I already know, that time doesn't really exist at the level of energy, that everything is about my own energetic alignment with my heart and soul desires, with my mission, my purpose here on earth. And that when I come more closely into that alignment, even if others don't understand it or even misunderstand it and project onto it, I am living on divine time. I saw this magnet the other day, and it was a turtle that said, "I'm not in your hurry." And that line just stuck out to me throughout the day. And I feel it's because for someone listening, you are meant to remember that if someone is either consciously or subconsciously trying to rush you into something in some way, whether this is in small daily things, maybe it's an employer, a coworker, maybe it's a friend, a parent, a lover, regardless of the situation, if someone is trying to rush you in a way that feels artificial to your internal guidance, that doesn't feel in alignment with you, whether it's trying to rush you in what we think of as a small kind of daily mundane way, or whether it's something larger and more overarching, someone kind of pressuring you when it comes to timing in your love life or in your life choices. I'm getting for some, this may connect with choices you've made around your passions, your work. Maybe someone thinks that something should be happening faster than it's happening for you. You're really being guided to remember you're not in their hurry. You are on your own time. In fact, you are connected with these higher timelines. You are practicing the spiritual, the universal truth that when you are in alignment with something energetically, time is irrelevant, because you are learning how to become quantum entangled with your desires, how to really align with them energetically, and then to relax into the perfect unfoldment of them. And to keep time out of the equation, knowing that time really is just a construct created by humans, for humans, to keep them trapped and to keep them limited to some degree. We also have the World card in the reverse position connected with Patience reverse. So what I see here is when you choose to free yourself from the restrictions of timing, specifically the timelines artificially imposed on you by society or by other people, you are choosing to expand rather than to restrict yourself. And that is a really powerful choice that some collectively are being called to make at this time. Now, do keep in mind, I meant to say this at the beginning, but as I channel these so-called choice moments, I will be channeling many different dynamics, so-called choices, situations that could be presented in your life. These will connect with different subsets of people listening. So only take from this reading what connects with you personally and intuitively. Okay, so I pulled a few cards from the Energy Oracle deck to bring us to another one of these choices. This one is big energetically. It has a lot of power behind it and also a lot of pain. I'm getting a lot of emotion behind this choice. So I am going to pull an emotion card as well as I share the cards that I've been pulling. So we have appreciation reversed, and this speaks to someone who has felt undervalued or underappreciated. We also have caring connections reversed. So this may be a very intimate situation. I feel whoever I'm speaking to here, you felt undervalued by someone or a group, a small group of people, if it is a group, but it might just be one person, who are very, very close to you, not just physically, people you've been physically bonded to in this lifetime, but also energetically. I'm getting a J name for someone, James or Jesse or Jess for someone listening. But do keep in mind, again, those specific names, details, dates, locations, etc., are usually meant for very specific individuals. So only take them as they resonate. For some reason, I'm seeing something about gray hair or streaks of gray in someone's hair. So that might be connecting with someone who's listening or someone who is connected to you. And I'm picking up that someone here has been causing you to feel unsupported in 3D or unappreciated. And the painful thing about this is the more you know your true value and worth, the more you realize that this person has been undervaluing or underappreciating you, the more it brings that up to the surface and calls you into some type of action here. I feel like you might be feeling guided to set some kind of boundary with this person. If it's a relationship, you may have been feeling guided to close out the relationship aspect of this connection, we have the contract card reversed, and this represents that something about what you are going through with this person is very karmic, meaning your souls contracted at a spiritual level prior to incarnating here to experience what you are experiencing so that you could learn to call back your power through this situation. And so this other person could learn a lesson, I'm hearing, of empathy. So this person may be very caught up in their own world. They may exhibit certain narcissistic traits or tendencies even. I'm hearing unconsciously, so they may not realize that they're doing this. But I'm also getting that you do have this karmic contract with this person. Now, when I say there's a karmic contract, do keep in mind that doesn't necessarily mean the relationship itself is purely karmic in nature. There are situations where this could be a twin flame, this could be a soulmate with a karmic contract involved. So for example, if this is a karmic soulmate or at this time a karmic twin flame situation, this means that at this time there is a contract underway with this person where you are teaching each other some kind of lesson. Now, just because you are at this time teaching each other some kind of lesson doesn't exclude that this could have some kind of pre-existing and coexisting soul bond, meaning a soulmate or twin flame connection attached to it as well. But what I'm feeling my guide saying is to discover that or to clarify that, you are going to have the courage to break free, to release this karmic contract between the two of you, to see what remains. This takes so much courage. When we are experiencing a karmic contract with a soul to whom we feel very deeply bonded, very deeply connected, especially if this person happens to be a soulmate, meaning it's a karmic soulmate situation, or be a twin flame, meaning it's a twin flame, but we're going through a karmic contract with them at this time. I cannot emphasize enough how difficult it is to let go of the karmic pattern within the connection that is manifesting itself, because our ego self, our human self, very often has attached to that karmic cycle or that karmic pattern we've shared with that person and begun to equate that to being our connection itself, meaning we are afraid that if we let go of the negative ways we are relating with this person, we will lose the connection altogether. And of course, in karmic relationship situations, so what I mean is if it's a karmic relationship with no coexisting soul connection or twin flame connection, if we are to complete the karmic contract, then yes, we will lose a sense of attraction to this person. That connection will dissolve itself because there's nothing pre-existing. It was built entirely on the karmic contracts, and we have to leave room for that possibility, but that's not always the case. And very often when we feel a lot of unconditional love with a person combined with this karmic cycle or pattern, more than likely, I'd say 99% likelihood that that person actually is a soulmate or is a twin flame, meaning there is a deep soul connection, an unconditionally loving connection with that person. However, there is also this agreement to undergo a certain particular karmic contract or a series of contracts in this lifetime that must be dissolved or released in order to then allow the coexisting soul connection to thrive, to open up, to essentially morph into that pure, unconditionally loving bond that it was meant to be, and that it is beneath the surface of these karmic patterns or dynamics. But there has to be a level of acceptance. With the acceptance card coming out here, it was actually in the reverse position. So I said I was going to pull a dominant emotion card. And what I'm getting is someone's ego at times gets involved here and is very, very afraid of accepting how this connection may be changing as a result of releasing this karmic contract. And this card says, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So I'm also picking up that for some divine feminines listening here, you may have actually tried to quote unquote change this person rather than changing the pattern within the connection and within yourself, taking action to break free of the karmic contract, and then standing in a state of total surrender to allow this connection to unfold or to morph into whatever it's going to be minus that karmic contract. So very often when the ego is trying to control a karmic contract with a person, it will actually try to change the behavior of the person or manipulate to control the person, the outcome, their interactions, when instead we are really being called within ourselves to address how we are participating in this karmic contract by allowing ourselves to be undervalued, allowing ourselves to not be respected by not respecting ourselves, allowing ourselves to remain in a situation with someone who isn't respecting us or isn't valuing us, rather than setting boundaries with them. So pay attention to how, as you tap into greater.
Ricky, I can't make this shit up. I just got finished talking on the same topic.
Deeper self-love, and as you feel this intensification, and I saw the number 555, which again can represent change. The change is coming with this person, but it's not coming through externally twisting this person's arm or trying to apply our own logic and reason and timing to this situation or connection externally. The change is coming from the deep inner changes you are making within yourself through you choosing to fully love and respect and honor yourself and honor your intuitive voice within, to take action in the ways you feel guided to do so when it comes to this person or situation, and to essentially surrender to letting the chips fall where they may. And I will tell you that for many of you, you will find as you do this, there is a beautiful possible potential soul connection or twin flame connection here with this person, but it's requiring you to have the courage to break the karmic cycle of allowing yourself to be undervalued in order to remain more 3D connected with this individual. Wow, very powerful connections coming through here and energetic information coming through. We do have the Queen of Cups. So I see you as being this very Queen of Cups energy. You are very nurturing, someone who's very empathetic and who feels deeply. But this card actually came out reversed. So what it tells me is you may have been allowing your empathic nature to get taken advantage of by this person, or you may have been, I'm almost hearing like mothering this person. So you may have been really trying to do their inner work for them, or even literally mothering them in some sense. Like I'm getting that if this is a masculine in a romantic situation, you may have lived with this person and done everything for them or tried to be like a mother figure for them. You may have overly nurtured them in that sense at the expense of yourself and your own value and worth. And you are really learning how to come into that balanced Queen of Cups energy, meaning yes, to allow yourself to be the beautifully sensitive, empathic, nurturing being that you are, but also to always remain fully, deeply connected with your own intuition and how that intuition is leading you into action to fully be self-respecting as well as nurturing towards others. So I feel there may be a third choice point, so to speak, as I'm calling them, a moment of a sort of portal to shift yourself into more of a fifth dimensional way of being, or to allow yourself to rise to a higher vibrational pattern, which will allow you to stabilize yourself in a higher vibrational timeline, which again, as I said at the end of the first reading, this choice to stabilize in a higher vibrational timeline is holding space for a really beautiful, harmonious union state to come into your life. Okay, so the third potential choice that we have here coming out is coming out as the Seven of Wands reversed and the King of Swords reversed. I'm actually feeling a lot of masculine energy from these cards. So for a slight few of you, this could be a masculine you are dealing with, but for most of you, I feel that The reason I'm getting masculine energy from this is because this is a choice point or a pattern that most who are experiencing it will actually be connecting as the physical divine masculine polarity. So if you're a divine feminine listening, this may be speaking to something your masculine counterpart soul is going through. And what I see here with the Seven of Wands reversed is someone who is feeling tempted to give in on something or to let themselves be defeated by something. With the King of Swords reversed, I also see someone who is turning in on themselves and being overly hesitant, overly cautious. So what I'm getting is the masculine is going through a very, very intense spiritual alchemization process within themselves, an ego death where they've been feeling really, I'm hearing, defeated by themselves. It's like realizing they've been sabotaging themselves, realizing that they've been acting against things that they truly desire at a soul level. And these have been really painful realizations at times. But they're being urged by their spirit guides and higher self to keep going into these patterns of self-sabotage, into these patterns of limiting belief systems absorbed from a wounded masculine collective that has taught them that they have to, there's something about being cold or overly logical, that they have to present themselves as cold or over rational, that they can't show their sensitive nature, their spiritual nature, their true self to the world. Because I'm getting that some masculines, it's like they're coming into this deeper level awareness of who they truly are at a soul level, but choices they are being presented with are, divine masculine, are you going to allow that newfound aspect of yourself to be seen, to be expressed, or are you going to try to hide it, to turn in on it? Because they are absolutely feeling this increased spiritual nature surging up within themselves, this increased desire to be authentic, this increased emotional sensitivity within themselves. But at times, because that's very unfamiliar to them, and I feel some of them are afraid how others will react to it. And as I said that, the woman holding a coin upright came out here. So there may be karmic energies or connections around this masculine, platonically or romantically, and they may be afraid how people around them will connect or react to them if they begin expressing more of their true nature. So at times, they're very hesitant when it comes to actually translating that newfound sensitivity, authenticity into action, particularly action that involves moving forward in authentic love connections they feel pulled to, especially divine feminine. If they're connecting with you, I see them, it's like desiring to open that door to greater connectedness with you in the physical world when it comes to love and romance. But again, feeling afraid of how you will react or how others will react if they begin expressing more of that true nature. And spirit is guiding them to release their need for a plan, to know the outcomes, to know the answers, to know in a premeditated way how others are going to react or respond, to realize they can't control how others react to them. They need to release that pattern of control and surrender to their true spiritual nature and the expression of that spiritual self, and how that pushes them into action without being able to logically know all of the outcomes here. With hostilities upright, I feel that for some masculines, they know that if they act on this true spiritual self, this more authentic nature within them, this is going to create some kind of conflict. Either it's going to bring up internal conflict within themselves, they're going to have to fight back the fears produced by their own ego mind. Or for some of them, they know this is going to cause conflict with actual people around them who are used to, accustomed to seeing them in a particular way that may have been very inauthentic. I keep seeing these could be other male friends or coworkers. I'm hearing toxic masculinity. So there may be masculines who are surrounded by other masculine figures who are very, I'm hearing, act in a very cold-hearted way or a very logical way. And they may be afraid to express their newfound sensitivity and spiritual nature in these environments. I'm also getting these could be coworkers for someone that keeps coming up. But for some masculines, I'm also getting this may be a karmic feminine mother figure, it may be a sister, a romantic partner, someone in their life that carries a lot of karmic contract energy with them. And this masculine may be afraid how this person will react or respond if they were to live more in alignment with their true spiritual self they are coming into. And at times, this may tempt them away from fully embodying that true spiritual nature with the crown chakra reverse. But the thing is, I see this like a flood of energy through the crown chakra. The masculine can't hold back these activations. It's truly inevitable at this point. So these choices really aren't choices for the masculine about whether or not to expand, because expansion is inevitable. It's really just about which route to take to expansion, the bumpy, more challenging, longer route of choosing to continue to try denying, repressing, refusing surrender, or is it going to be the fast track, the easier route, the smoother route of surrender, of letting go of attachments to other people's reactions or outcomes? But they all lead back to the same thing. That's really what I'm seeing, regardless of which route this masculine chooses to take. Whether he chooses to lean more into surrender and trust, or whether he is still choosing to attempt to hold back this true spiritual nature surging up within him, either way, it's ultimately leading to radical growth, expansion, evolution into greater embodiment of his highest vibrational version of self here on earth. He's being called inevitably upwards into this true mission and purpose here. And Divine Feminines listening, I feel these messages came through for you as well, so that you can be aware of what a masculine counterpart in your life is going through and being called towards. But ultimately, I see that regardless of what route he takes, there is this realignment of two souls who are deeply spiritually connected. This may be speaking to that situation where Divine Feminine, you may have felt as though you were abandoning someone or leaving someone behind, and feeling a bit emotionally overwhelmed by that thought, feeling afraid with Angel of Balance reversed. How is this situation going to balance itself out? Are we going to, I'm hearing, meet again in the future? I feel this won't be for everyone, but for some feminines, you may have been connecting with a masculine where you ultimately decided to separate or to withdraw, to set boundaries. And there may be something in the back of your mind saying, I hope I meet you in another lifetime, or maybe our connection was just meant for another lifetime. But I feel someone's guides here saying, when you think that, really it's that you are connected to this person, and that other lifetime doesn't have to be another physical lifetime. It could be an entirely different timeline. It could be a really high vibrational timeline where you are sensing you and this person are already in a union state, are already connected in a really beautiful way. I'm getting that with door to spirit in the midway position, but also storm warning, that this situation, especially if you are dealing with a high vibrational soulmate or twin flame, I'm feeling this very simple message of it's coming into alignment as your awakening process continues, but you are feeling these storms come up from time to time, because the path you are on is so different from what collective consciousness is familiar and comfortable with. And as a result, the unconditional love you are beginning to embody for yourself, for others, for the counterpart soul you may be connected with is so intense that it's very triggering to those who are not prepared to embody such a love. So I am going to reshuffle the cards here, and I know we've been skipping around a bit, as is often the case. I like to follow the energy of the messages into the highest unfoldment for the highest good of everyone listening. And sometimes this does jump around a bit from the order that I set out in the first reading in my set of intentions for these extended messages. So I want to get into more information for the Divine Feminine on how she is being so radically reconnected with her own internal guidance, how this is opening doors in front of her. Interesting, we have man holding a coin in the midway position. I'm hearing your choice to take back your power is awakening. or pushing into awakening the masculine collective, not just literal individual masculine energies you feel yourself connected to, but actually the masculine collective at large. And this is really interesting.
This is Audible.
Psychic Empath, Secrets of Psychics and Empaths, and a Guide to Developing Abilities such as intuition, clairvoyance, telepathy, aura reading, healing mediumship, and connecting to your spirit guides. Written by Kimberly Moon. Narrated by Sam Slidell. Part 1. Psychic, the ultimate psychic development guide to developing abilities such as intuition, clairvoyance, telepathy, healing, aura reading, mediumship, and connecting to your spirit guides. Introduction. This audiobook will discuss what psychic ability is, the 4 intuitive types, and the tools needed to help you develop your own potential for psychic premonition, healing, and protection from negative forces. It also provides instruction for contacting your spirit guides, also known as guardian angels, guided meditation, mediumship, and telepathy. You will learn how to interpret the psychic and energetic messages you receive from others and from the spirit realm, as well as how to read people's auras, both visually and energetically. The goal is to start you off at the beginning of what is hopefully a long and fruitful journey to discovering and strengthening your psychic abilities by providing useful and detailed ways in which you can practice flexing your psychic muscle. This audiobook further explores different types of psychic readings, complete with examples and guides on how to interpret different signs. Chapter 1. What is psychic power, and how do you discover your intuitive type? Real-life psychic abilities aren't really like what we grew up watching on TV. Psychics don't get a vivid flash into the future out of nowhere, like a little movie playing in their mind's eye, just in time to warn the subject of the vision so that they can change their fate. The ability to sense what the future holds isn't just the stuff of Hollywood. Although it's a lot subtler than how it's portrayed on TV, it's more of a heightened intuition. Now, everyone has intuition, but some people's psychic intuition is stronger than others for a number of different reasons. The most common being that they don't exercise it much, as they usually don't believe in intuition, and as a result, don't listen to it or can't detect it. It could also be because of emotional blockage or trauma that leaves you unable to tap into your psychic channel and focus your energy properly, for it never gets developed and lies unused and dormant in a person's subconscious. See, your intuition is like a muscle. You have to keep using it and practicing with it for it to develop into true psychic ability. If you've grown up in an environment where you were encouraged to trust your sixth sense, as it were, you are more likely to have stronger psychic ability. But there's good news for those who were brought up by the skeptics of the world, and or if you're a skeptic yourself. Even if you don't have this early exposure and permission to develop your gift, that doesn't disqualify you from achieving psychic power. For those of you in need of a bit of a spiritual workout, let's get started. One thing people who are perhaps more in touch with their intuition often find themselves asking when they have a sense something is amiss is, am I just being anxious and paranoid? Or is my sense of foreboding legitimate? The trick that usually works for getting to the bottom of doubt about your sense, and whether it's just anxiety or an actual premonition, is if you feel a sudden flash of foreboding or some sense that something's going to go wrong, and then it disappears. That's your intuition. Heed the following and listen to what it's telling you, what it's warning you of. It could be gravely important. However, it won't stay long, so try your best to interpret it while it's there. You can even write down how it feels. If you get a sense that something is wrong and just can't stop thinking about it all day to the point where you're overthinking it and overanalyzing it to try and figure out what it means and how you can solve it to the point that you're quite worked up and that it just won't go away, It's more likely just anxiety and not a true psychic prediction in this case. It's easy to tell when it's anxiety because the feeling just won't leave you alone. Another sign that it's a psychic premonition would be a type of tingling feeling. Psychic premonitions are also generally accompanied by a feeling of tingling in your brain, usually on top or between your eyes. They don't always come with this feeling, but the chances are if whatever you think you're sensing is accompanied by a tingling in your head, then it's fairly safe to say it's premonition. You may also feel very drained or low in energy after a psychic premonition, although this could be due to anxiety as well, since stressing and agonizing over something can take a mental toll and make you feel exhausted throughout the day and afterward. Hence, this isn't a sure way to tell if it's a premonition, but psychic premonitions do make one feel tired, especially in the case of beginners, as they don't know yet how to use the energy of the universe for help. Using just your own reserve of energy is usually not the best way to go about psychic practice, as it is limited, as opposed to that of the universe, which is unlimited, and can and will be depleted very quickly. If you get a premonition out of nowhere, i.e., receiving a premonition even though you weren't attempting to receive one, it won't leave you a choice to be aided by the universe's energy. But if you are setting out to do a psychic reading, it is important not to use your own limited energy supply and attempt the reading and to receive premonitions unaided. As you begin awakening your psychic powers, you will begin to notice some changes in your life. This is a sure sign that you're on the right track and that your abilities are growing. Keep an eye out for anything you notice about yourself that's out of the ordinary, or if people say you seem different. This is likely because you are vibrating at higher energy now that you've begun to awaken your intuition. Vivid dreams are one certain sign of this. You will probably notice that the more in tune you are with yourself and your abilities, the more vivid your dreams will be. If you are someone who rarely dreams at all, or rarely remembers your dreams, and if you do, it's just vague images and feelings, you will notice an increase in your dreams, and you can recall them more vividly. This is because once your psychic powers have been awakened, your subconscious is more freed up and less blocked, so dreams flow more naturally. You can also receive psychic messages in dreams. See Chapter 10. Being more in tune with your intuition also heightens your energy, consciousness, and connection to the spirit world, which can present itself to you in your dreams now that your mind has been more awakened. Along with vivid dreams and tingling sensations, you may also experience a higher frequency in headaches. If you do, please consult a doctor just to be safe. It could be a sign of your mental capacities straining themselves and becoming tired from the psychic practicing you have been doing. The amount of energy you have to use to connect with and focus on your intuition and the psychic realm is great.
You just dropped the timestamp in the chat. I'll do it in a minute. I'm trying to roll me up a blunt. I'll fix it. It'll be in the description box. The timestamp will. I'll do it in a minute. I'm trying to roll me up a blunt. I'll fix it.
And even if you tap into the energy of the universe, it can still be a great strain and a burden for a beginner psychic's brain to bear. However, fear not. The headaches should begin to dissipate as you progress and develop your abilities and become stronger and more focused. Eventually, as you become more experienced and in touch with your intuition, psychic readings can become like second nature. And while they are likely still to be tiring, the headaches should subside unless you are doing a particularly difficult reading or a reading requiring a substantial amount of energy, focus, and time. If they do not cease, again, please talk to your doctor about your symptoms. This is important to remember for all symptoms, aches, and pains that can be associated with psychic readings, etc. It's always better to be safe and get them checked, as psychic ability is only one possible explanation. You may also notice that your other senses become heightened now that you're on the path to psychic awareness. If you've noticed that you no longer need the subtitles turned on when you're watching a movie, your palette has changed slightly, your eyes seem sharper than usual, or colors become more vivid, you're more sensitive to certain fabrics, and you can pick up and pinpoint scents with much more ease. This can be attributed to your increased psychic potential. After all, you're heightening your sixth sense. It's only natural that the others increase in ability as well. Now, if you get frustrated because you still need your glasses, even though your psychic abilities are increasing, just remember that becoming a psychic isn't a cure to anything. It's not going to suddenly allow you to see with 20/20 vision or give you a refined palate. It may simply elevate your senses slightly. That's all. It's just a sign of increased power. The more your psychic powers start to show themselves, the higher your vibration becomes. The higher your vibration and energy become, the less time you will want to spend around negative people or doing negative things. Don't be surprised if, while on your psychic journey, your eyes are open to the negativity and negative habits of some of the people in your life. This is a completely normal part of the psychic journey, and you may end up feeling the need to remove certain people from your life or cease doing certain negative activities that you used to partake in. Unnecessary drama, rudeness, gossip, harmful behavior, etc., are all examples of things which you will begin to have the strong urge to avoid or cease. This is not to say you can't indulge in your favorite reality TV show from time to time, or cut a friend out of your life because they are struggling with an addiction, or because they are having a rough day and get angry at you, or are negative in the sense that they are sad and maybe struggle with depression. However, people who are always constantly negative and want to drag others down with them are no one you want to be around. If it feels right for you and like it will ultimately bring you happiness and empower you on your journey, then it's best that you remove these people as gently as possible without being rude or mean about it. Be polite and sensitive if you believe they are owed that, or stop doing these things which bring negativity into your life. Negativity is extremely draining to non-psychics, so you can imagine what it does to someone who is likely going to be quite vulnerable to the emotions, thoughts, and energy of others. This is why it is best for psychics to avoid negativity. An increase or development of psychometry is also common for new psychics. Psychometry is when you can sense the energy or history related to an object just by touching it. Eventually, you may even have premonitions associated with the object. But while you're still a beginner, you may just notice that you can sense the energy of a certain object, often not on purpose. This is quite common in antique stores. Brushing against an old silver mirror, locket, item of jewelry, or any sort of old heirloom may bring you an odd sense of longing, seemingly for no reason. But this may be due to the history of the item or the item's owner. Perhaps the item was given to them by the love of their life, who then died or left them, or who maybe they were forbidden to see. This would explain the feeling of longing associated with the object. It usually occurs with older objects, or objects which have been through a lot, and whose current or previous owners have been through a lot. It can be articles of clothing, jewelry, art, furniture. Even when entering a house, many psychics can feel the energy related to it and its history and old owners. If you are moving out soon and go to look at an open house to get a sense of whether the house is right for you, also take into account the energy of the place. Run your hands over the walls, counters, and furniture in every room. This should give you a good indication of whether there is an excess of negative energy or not, or whether you, whomever you're moving with, and the house will be a good energetic fit. You'll often hear people's hair standing on end and have
Check the description box, DJ Chuck.
a sense of evil or negative energy when entering a house, and then later finding out a murder or some other horrific event took place there at some point. This is because they are picking up the energy of the space through psychometry. People with more developed intuition and psychic abilities are more prone to picking up energy. So if you begin sensing things like this when you touch them, it's a good sign that you're on the right track. 4 types of psychic intuition. Now that we're discussing what your psychic intuition feels like and some signs that your powers are developing, let's take a look at the different types of psychic intuition and define them. Clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance. You may not have heard these terms before, so here is a brief description of each. Clairaudience is when it sounds like someone is speaking directly in your mind, not in the same way as people with certain mental illnesses. This is more of a short answer to a question or advice, and it shouldn't sound, feel harsh or discordant. The word clair means clear, and audience is from audir, meaning to hear. So you are physically hearing these messages, though usually it is within the mind. It can sound similar to when you act out a conversation in your head, or similar to how you hear people talking in dreams. These sounds and messages can come from your spirit guides, or from the spirit of someone in your life who has died. If you've ever seen someone go to a psychic medium, Chapter 9, on TV, or perhaps you accompanied someone once to try and contact a dead loved one, and the medium will ask them the meaning of a certain phrase or sound.
All that. Sometimes I think I'm going crazy.
They are likely receiving these through clairaudience. Clairvoyance is when you see images in your mind's eye that hold psychic significance. Voyance, meaning vision, so clear vision. The next time an image springs into your mind, seemingly out of the blue, try to analyze it. It may have a symbolic or very literal meaning about something coming up in your life, or it may explain something you've been thinking or worrying about. Clairvoyance won't be a very specific flash into the future where you can see exactly an event that will happen as a movie in your mind, like how they show it on TV shows. It will be a subtle image or vision in your mind's eye. You may have had clairvoyant messages in the past without realizing it. Some examples of what is classified as a clairvoyant message could be colors, numbers, or letters, words, pictures, or images of people, objects, animals, places, or anything symbolic. Clairsentience, clear feeling, is probably the most common of the four. It is when you feel something is going to happen. If you've ever heard someone use the phrase, "I can just feel it," or "this doesn't feel right," this is clairsentience. Clairsentience is often called your gut feeling or your instinct. Another aspect of clairsentience is being able to sense the emotions of others. Maybe you feel a wave of sadness before your friend walks into a room, and then they tell you their mother has passed away. Maybe you're on the phone with your friend who has a broken right leg, and you feel a brief pain in your right leg, even before knowing they broke it. Maybe you see your pet and suddenly burst into tears, overwhelmed by sadness for no apparent reason, and within a week, your pet dies. These are examples of clairsentience. Claircognizance, clear knowing, is when your intuition helps you figure something out that your rational brain can't, something you're maybe stuck on. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, should you risk taking the upcoming exit to get out of it and take the back road? Or will that end up taking longer? You inexplicably decide to wait it out, and soon traffic has cleared and you're on your way. This is claircognizance. If you've ever heard someone say, "I just know," and they have no evidence to prove their certainty or no way of knowing but end up being right, this is claircognizance. So how do you tell whether you're just having an ordinary thought or whether it's a psychic message? The messages and premonitions can often be quite subtle, but the way to tell is if something, image, sound, feeling, certainty, just pops into your mind with absolutely no relation to what you were just thinking about. This is probably a psychic message and not a thought. Usually these psychic messages are quite strong as well, not a little afterthought at the back of your mind. However, sometimes they are quieter communications, so with anything that comes into your mind seemingly unprovoked, it's always best to try and look at it closer and analyze it. It may have some psychic significance. With these four channels of psychic communication, if you just take a deeper look at the next sound, image, feeling, or thought that springs into your mind unbidden, you may find some relevant psychic meaning to it. The message will help you gain information, receive communications from the spirit realm, spirit guides, passed on loved ones, etc., or reveal premonitions or predictions to you that your other five senses can't. You may already have read this list and honed in on one of the four that you feel more connected with, or that you think one of them will definitely come more naturally than the others. Maybe you have used one or more of these in the past, whether you realized it at the time or not. Maybe you've already noticed that you have more of an ability for one than the others. That is likely the one you will be strongest at, and the channel you will receive the clearest, most powerful messages in, at least for now. I don't mean you can't practice with the other types and strengthen them. There are many psychics who, for example, started off naturally talented at clairvoyance and receiving clairvoyant messages. But as they practiced, they gradually became more powerful at and mastered clairsentience, and that became their strongest intuitive channel. This is just one example, but it's to show you that you're never stuck in just one situation or skill set with just one option. Although if you wish to keep the one you have a knack for as your strongest ability, then by all means. Remember, psychic ability is like a muscle. Each psychic has a specific way in which their power and intuition manifest itself, and it's often related to who they are and what sort of person they are. Everyone, regardless of ability, has one of 4 psychic personalities. You are either a spiritual intuitive, a physical intuitive, an emotional intuitive, or a mental intuitive. So how do you find out which kind you are and fits your psychic abilities? Well, each one manifests itself differently, and there are certain traits associated with each type that you can look over to aid you in discovering which one you resonate with the most and which one seems to be more you. There is no official test, but each psychic personality is defined in the following paragraphs, and hopefully you can get a sense of which one fits for you. Physical intuitives are the ones that have deep attachments to important objects and usually psychometry, sensing things via touching physical objects, comes naturally to them. They're the ones who are more likely to use objects like tarot cards, crystal balls, palm reading, or tasiography, tea leaf reading, to determine things about a person or the future and perform psychic readings. They are very literally hands-on when it comes to sensing energy, relying on physical presence or moving their hands close to an object or a person to get a sense of things. This makes them the ones that most likely to be drawn to the art of psychic healing, or the ones that usually have a natural talent for the practice. They are often homebodies and love organizing their home, furniture, and decorations according to their interests. Their home isn't simply some space for them to eat and go to sleep at night. It is their temple and haven from the outside world, and it showcases a piece of who they are. They spend a solid amount of time at home and often have a lot of clutter and trinkets around the house. They also thoroughly enjoy spending time in nature and grounding themselves. Mental intuitives are the analysts. They will think things over repeatedly, turning it over and over in their minds until they find an explanation for something, until they yield a result. They always make sure they take into account every little detail, checking and double checking.
You can have multiple, clairvoyances. You can have all of them. A person can have all of them.
Don't ever want to miss anything. And they're not big risk takers, nor are they very spontaneous. Mental intuitives are more likely to be clairvoyant or clairaudient and receive psychic messages via imagery or sound in their mind, as this is where they spend most of their time. They tend to live in their head, so to speak, and can go for hours on end with merely the company of their own thoughts, just thinking. They're going to need the most information and ask for the most detail when they sit down to do a reading for someone. They are the ones to logic their way through something. Logic, reason, and rationality are what they live by. When working on something, whether it be a psychic-related task or otherwise, they generally have a good ability to focus and stay focused on what they are doing. They also tend to have somewhat academic interests, although this isn't always the case. Meditation is really important for spiritual intuitives. Aligning their energy harmoniously within themselves and the universe is key to them. They are very aware of spiritual unbalance, and they can sense it quite acutely. It can make them irritable and feel off and discordant until they meditate or find some strategy for inner balance, peace, and grounding to set them in place again. They are less grounded in this world than the other types and would be described as the type to have their head in the clouds, having a tendency for vivid daydreaming quite frequently. Their minds wander constantly, and they can have a tough time keeping focused on a task, including psychic readings and or connections. They are the most connected to the spirit plane in most cases, being the people that, even with dormant psychic power, receive or are visited by spirits from the spirit realm, most commonly people they knew who died and passed over. Mediumship, Chapter 9, is often something spiritual intuitives are drawn to. Aura reading, energy healing, mediumship, and receiving psychic messages through dreams are all practices that, in most cases, come naturally for the spiritual intuitive. They tend to have quite vivid dreams with subconscious messages. Chapter 10. They can also have an affinity for traveling. They do need to be careful, though, as they are prone to addiction and escapism. They are also the most likely to worship some form of deity or higher power. Emotional intuitives are the ones that can read or sense people's emotions with the most ease. Sometimes this can feel like a burden to them as they feel bombarded by other people's feelings and just want to tune it out, especially for beginner psychics, intuitives, who are still figuring out how to turn these kinds of energetic messages off and on. They may prefer small groups to large ones and really enjoy their alone time for this reason. They're your classic introvert, partially because being home alone for them works as a sort of haven away from all the different energies floating around in the world.
That's me there.
A place where
I'm
they can
telling you,
truly
man, I gotta
relax
have all
and
that shit
tune
going
out,
on.
not absorbing the different feelings
Because
of
I met the
strangers
criteria
in
for
public.
everyone he described.
As the name suggests, they themselves are also very emotional and sensitive people.
Mm-hmm.
They are described by many as empaths due to their
That's
extremely
me.
high empathy and ability to feel what others are feeling. Beyond just sympathy, they share whatever
I know
feelings
I'm an
someone may
empath.
be having. These people have a
I
natural
always been sensitive
predisposition
like that.
to clear sentience, clear
Pick up on people
feeling,
energy quick.
their high empathy and understanding the different perspectives
People
of
always
others
been drawn to me
causes
too.
them to be people pleasers at heart. They want everyone to be happy, and they always strive to help people. They are the classic shoulder to cry on personality.
Mm-hmm.
However, it is very important that they don't allow this need to help and please others to take them over. They need to
I had
watch
to
out
cut
that
off a
people
lot of
don't
that
attempt
shit.
to take advantage of them, as is often the case when other more
Somebody
negative
always
people
want to
sense that
call,
someone is
talk
empathetic,
about their damn
emotionally
problems and
intuitive.
shit. Like
Negative,
I can
cruel, and
solve them.
manipulative people will energetically drain them dry. If the emotional intuitive is not careful, they must avoid this type of person at all costs. It's important for them to learn that they need to stand up for themselves, say no, and take time for themselves. They make decisions based off of how they feel instead of using logic. They think with their heart, not their head. These people are natural storytellers, so you will often find them in professions such as writers, musicians, poets, and artists. Due to their selfless nature, you will also find them inclined to do psychic healing work, similar to spiritual intuitives. Hopefully, these brief descriptions gave you some insight into what your intuitive type may be. Although keep in mind that these are just basic outlines, stereotypes of which categories people may fit into. If you don't fit every description listed for each type, that's fine. Most likely no one is going to fit all of these traits. They're just to give you a sense of which one may connect and resonate more with you and describe you best.
But I
You may
know
feel that one represents you more than the others.
I'm definitely
Your
an empath,
intuitive
number
type
one.
is important to know because it tells
I've
you about
always
how it
known that.
affects your use of your psychic abilities and which aspects, techniques, and abilities may come more naturally
I
to
used to
you.
cry at the drop of a hat.
Chapter 2. How to develop your psychic abilities. Now that we've gone over the 4 types of psychic messaging, and you've likely found that you are stronger with one than the others, as well as having discovered your intuitive type, let's discuss how to practice and strengthen these abilities. Get started on the road to feeling empowered and confident in yourself. Remember, even the most experienced or naturally gifted psychics didn't start their journey with complete confidence and power. They had to practice often to gradually increase their abilities. The key is to believe in yourself and stay relaxed. Trust in your ability and intuition, even though
That's right.
if you've been raised to ignore it,
I always
it may
trust
feel
your
silly
intuition.
at first.
It'll never lead you
Keep
wrong.
noticing subtle things you sense. Additionally, keep in mind that you should keep practice sessions relatively short, no more than an hour, as longer sessions are unnecessarily draining and exhausting. And
Like they say, everybody had an intuition, but until I really had my spiritual awakening, I wasn't really tapping into it like I am now. Because trust me, you know the ancestors used to always tell you, the first mind, always follow your first mind. Because that's the one, that's the right mind. And back in my heyday, when I was doing whatever, that first mind, you go against that first mind. You want to do what you want to do, so you're gonna go with that lower self, that second mind. If I had to follow my first mind, many a times, I would have never gotten half of the damn shit I got into.
Can't be expected to keep your focus that long. Once you've lost your focus, concentration, and grounding, any practice you attempt will be ineffective. A feeling of fear may arise as you begin to have more accurate premonitions. This is natural. You're now aware of a plane of reality that humans are not normally in tune with. Part of developing your abilities and confidence is overcoming this fear or uneasiness. If you truly want to become more powerful, fear will only get in your way. Reluctance will hinder you. It's true that not every prediction will be a positive one. You may foresee relationships ending, or loss of money, or death. And you must accept that these are all a part of life. You must be ready for negative premonitions as well. Another important thing to remember is
Yeah,
don't
I be knowing shit gonna happen before it even damn happen.
skeptics dissuade you. You'll know if you've had a psychic experience that even though it can't be explained by logic, there's no denying its truth. If there are many hardcore logical skeptics in your life, they may mock you or question you, trying to convince you that you're full.
Look, I would just be waiting for the shit to go down. I don't say nothing because see, the high priestess never speaks. She knows all but remains silent.
Or even crazy. It's important to remain calm and focused. Don't let these kinds of people distract you or hinder your abilities. You'll find people like them everywhere, so try to block them out as best you can. One great technique is writing down potential psychic messages. Try keeping a journal of what you think may be clairvoyant, audient, sentient, or cognizant premonitions. Keep track of these recordings and see if anything ever becomes of them, if they're relevant at all. This is an excellent technique for beginners because you can sort out the random bits and pieces from actual psychic messages, and you can start to piece together what a prediction or premonition actually feels like. It may help you to write down how you felt beside each potential message as well. This can't be reiterated enough. Practice every day. This may sound daunting, but if you keep it up, pretty soon it will come naturally, and you won't even notice you're doing it. Now, if you miss a day or two or more for whatever reason, illness, feeling emotionally drained, etc., don't worry. Just pick up where you left off and keep testing different techniques and tools. It's not something to panic about if you haven't practiced in a while. You won't lose the gift, as we all have it. Just as your muscles won't deteriorate if you don't go to the gym for a while. This is just to tell you the best and most effective ways of developing your gift's power. Another highly effective tool is meditation. We'll go over it more thoroughly in Chapter 6, but we'll touch on it now, as it is one of the main tools and techniques for developing your psychic intuition. If you're practicing daily, try incorporating 10 to 20-minute meditation sessions into your daily routine before you try to interpret anything. This will clear out any emotional blockages, thoughts, worries, or distractions you may have, both relevant to psychic practice or about your daily life. It also connects you to a higher plane where your spirit guide and psychic energy reside. Connecting with your spirit guides during meditation will also help answer any questions you may have, as they will help you. Meditation empties the mind to help you focus on the spiritual task at hand. For more information,
Sun, moon, and stars. Greetings, suns and moons. And of course, I have to welcome back all my stars. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the mothership. I do appreciate all of you for your likes, your donations, your shares, the positive energy you show me, the positive energy you show yourself, and overall the positive way you show up in the planet. Now, with that being said, let's get in there like a swimwear. I have to remind people I have a doppelganger, a copycat, a replica, a clone. I want to be me, but try to be better than me. An English professor, a WhatsApp bandit, a voodoo high priest, a know-it-all, and a racist, a bigot, all floating through the comment section. Now that voodoo high priest is promising to get your love back for a small fee of $39.99. All you got to do is sign your life away on the dotted line. Do not fall for the okie doke people. If you have to bend somebody's will for them to be with you or for you to be with them, hey, guess what? They don't need you and you definitely don't need them. This is past, present, or future energies. Parts may resonate with you, parts may not. Take what's for you and leave the rest. If you need to get in contact with me, my email is below. And also you can reach me at Wizio. Ask a question, receive an answer. For those that are waiting for the answer to your questions, I will be getting to you shortly. All right, be mindful. I have someone that uses my picture and often my channel name in the comment section. If the name of the channel holder is not highlighted, you are not communicating with that channel holder that's on this platform or any other YouTube platform, all right? So be mindful. Did I say this is past, present, or future energy? I believe I did. Okay, this could be somebody in your environment, someone thinking of you, an ex, a coworker, a boss, a passed over loved one. You get the gist. You may or may not know these individuals. For some of you, you definitely don't know these individuals. When the moon card came out, I heard bewilderment, fear, okay? And we have it. The moon clarifying the temperance angel. So there's some sort of truth being spoken. Truth being spoken.
Mhm.
I do feel like this temperance angel is you collective, okay? There is some sort of illusion surrounding you. This person is definitely bewildered, okay, by some sort of prophecy, something that you may have predicted, okay, or some sort of outcome. You ended up healing no matter what. You also have, if this is not you, you don't consider yourself an earth angel, you have divine protection, okay? You have protection of the saints, of the archangels, okay? Celestial beings, okay, of high and dark light.
That's right, because you got
or
both
lack
of them. You got
of.
the balance of
All right,
mind.
so somebody's very fearful of you. Anytime the moon cycle comes about, these different moon cycles, they do things to block off your intuition, to block off your pathway, but you've managed to persevere. Something could be taking place by this next solar eclipse is what I'm getting, all right? I'm hearing a dark night too. Damn, I just seen the moon card right there. Yeah. We got three placements of the moon. Somebody's fighting desperately to keep something from turning in your favor. This is also surrounding somebody that's a public figure or someone is very intimidated by some sort of truth, could be by your protection as well. You're somebody that's very high ranking. There's a lot of people actively trying to play some sort of illusion around you. Mm-hmm. Some of these people are very fearful of some sort of prediction or outcome here because you've managed to walk away with a victory. We also have the thrones here. So we got earth angels, star seeds, thrones, okay, chosen ones, okay, that are going through major shifts because there's a lot of illusions that are becoming unmasked. I also hear the veil of the tabernacle. Some of you may have received a new assignment, so you may be switching positions or switching roles. If this is not you, this is someone that's coming towards you very passionately here. This person could be traveling from a very far place, all right? Somebody's watching you gain some sort of stability here. 26 could be significant. Also, 8, something can happen in 26 days, 8 days. But this is a cycle here, all right? You're very cautious about the people that you have around you and the way you move, all right? Somebody wants you to feel imbalanced, unstable. This is someone that refuses to learn the lesson with the world card here. This is somebody that's actively trying to bind something, okay? Bind your finances, bind your thinking, bind your channel, bind you into a toxic situation or a predicament here. For some of you, this person may have tried to prophesy something over your life here. And I want to tell those people that are new to tarot, if you don't have somebody's permission to pull cards, I don't care if you're sitting at home or not, all right? There's karma behind that. You have to have permission to pull cards on people, All right. So if you get channelings and things of that sort that pop up when you watch readers, those channelings are for you. They're not for you to say this, that, and the third. That's not how this works here. Okay. Because not only will you receive karma, but you'll piss off the ancestral protection that this person has behind, surrounding them, their backings. Okay. Somebody's very knowledgeable. I do feel like for some of you, your spirit team may be watching this person, okay, very closely. With my eye here, we got Libra, Sagittarius, Gemini, strong Sag. We also have a cusper here, Scorpio Sag, or a Libra. Yeah, Libra, Scorpio, and also possibly someone that falls under Ophiuchus, the 13th zodiac sign. We have Capricorn. They could be a Capricorn. What is that? Saturn, Sagittarius and Capricorn cusp, as well as a Capricorn Aquarius cusp. I feel it. Yeah. The Emperor. This is a business owner. If this is a female, okay. If this is a male, this is also like an owner, a business owner, a CEO, or someone that has a very high position. High ranking is also what I'm getting. This person may be, going through some sort of transformation to take a higher ranking role. This could also be somebody that may be consulting an institution or something like that. But I do feel like this person is balancing the dark and the light aspects of themselves, getting themselves prepared to receive something. Okay. After coming out of a faded situation, I feel like somebody spoke some sort of truth. This person may have realized that there was a lot of illusions surrounding their business, their work, and some sort of opportunity. This person was blocked off because they were under the guise of our instruction of a lot of karmic individuals. Okay, this is somebody that couldn't think clearly when they were around these people or this person or environment. So yeah, that definitely came to an end. All right. Somebody was working actively to block off somebody's crown chakra. Somebody didn't want them to use their intuition. It could be somebody that they were married to or you were married to, a mother figure or something like that. Every time somebody is around this individual, they argue, they can't think straight, they get headaches, they feel drained here because that's the nature of the Empress in the shadow. All right, this is somebody that's very argumentative, okay? They want to fight. They want to cause this person to feel unstable, imbalanced, so they can draw energy from them. This is also my ancestors card. So somebody could have connection to Sekhmet. You may have a passed over Leo, a protector, okay? Whether if it's male or female. What else? Yeah. Judgment card is here. So some sort of truth was spoken and it pissed somebody off to the highest of the passivity. You could be a Sagittarius moon, a lot of moon energy. Okay. This is telling me that somebody was using moon magic, moon incantations also. This person may go into the woods, okay, or they do something in nature, possibly work with nature spirits. You could have a husky, you could have a golden retriever. I don't know why. Here in Jackal. Oh, Jackal. Okay, so this is judgment. Okay, somebody could be a Scorpio, but somebody's definitely. Oh, I just seen it. I said Jackal because I'm seeing Anubis. Okay, so this is a judgment here. Somebody either physically spoke some sort of truth, or somebody could be in the hospital, going through some sort of transition. There could be an ending to a partnership. Okay, somebody was being used for their finances here. This would also be debt. Okay, somebody is debt-free, coming out of a karmic cycle. They could have paid off some sort of loans here. So this person is moving in secret, whoever this is. This is about stability. You could be a Taurus, they could be a Taurus, okay? But this could also be a marriage here, a spiritual marriage or a physical marriage, okay? Someone that is a public servant, a humanitarian. Someone didn't want you to be seen as the angelic being that you are here, okay? Somebody needs to accept that you are protected. This person is constantly trying to cause some sort of illusion. I'm also hearing stagnation, The Lover's card in the shadow. Why is this here? Slipped out the back, okay? We're talking about equal give and take. Somebody wanted you to be in this toxic partnership, something that was not covered by your ancestors, okay, or the divine. This is a soul contract that you completed, a soul tie in the past. This was a relationship built solely on finances, okay? Yeah, there's no prosperity here. Somebody may have realized that they started losing sleep, money, anytime that they dealt with this person. Okay, this is somebody that will blame others for their mishaps because they do a lot of things in the dark. This is also somebody that had some sort of, they had something that they were supposed to complete. Okay, they had something that they were supposed to complete. This toxic contract, soul tie, or whatever. They were supposed to have some sort of higher level commitment or calling on their life, but this person refused to stop doing whatever they were doing in secret. They could have been trying to block off messages from spirit. Okay, this person may receive some sort of message about money here. They may also be claiming to be a light worker, a star seed, or have some sort of psychic abilities. For some of you, this person did have them in the past. However, they used them in very nefarious ways, and it blocked off their intuition, okay? And this is something that is fated because this person had to ascend. They had to give up something toxic, okay? Possibly using people. Why is Temperance here? Somebody may be infatuated with you or whoever this is, or infatuated with somebody's work as well. They have a lot of shadow work that they need to do. Yeah, this is about stability. Somebody wanted you to be confused about a love offer. Somebody didn't expect you to heal from the heartbreak and the deception that they caused or that you had in the past. All this moon activity, this is talking about secrets. It's talking about fear. This person believes that they put some sort of illusion on you, and they possibly did in the past. They wanted people to not follow you or listen to you, or they didn't want people to see, or this person to see you as an earth angel, as somebody that is of substance, of somebody that has a higher rank or higher calling. They were working with 3 or more individuals to cause some sort of instability. All right, this person may have done spell work surrounding your work or your or your children. With the 3 of fire here, they were working as a team. All right, this person wanted a stable offer. This person may have even tried to confuse you. If this is somebody that gave a reading, they may have said something about your ancestors here to cause some sort of confusion. This is somebody that may have tried to petition your ancestors and something was rejected. It actually pissed them off. Okay, definitely this is talking about a sacrifice here. Somebody sickly tried to conjure up somebody's ancestors and it pissed them off. The moon card. They could have tried to block you from your ancestors here. Okay, we have Ajamari. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this is something fated. This person is supposed to take accountability or responsibility for whatever they did because they're being watched. If there's somebody that tried to conjure up a passed over loved one here to cause some sort of illusion, this is also somebody that was working, possibly trying to make you have sexual thoughts about them. Especially if they're the same gender as you, okay? Somebody may have said that you were into same sex, or they wanted you to be into them. This is somebody that may have wanted to sleep with like a third party, like what is that called? A menage a trois, okay? Yeah. So for some of you, this is, with the Wheel of Fortune being here, this person is receiving a lot of bad luck for the things that they did in secret. But not only that, okay, something could be happening by the next lunar eclipse or solar eclipse. Okay, they could be planning something that's going to backfire on them, which is actually going to put more debt on this person because you completed this cycle a long time ago. Some of you, you cleared your karma, you cleared your debt, you took accountability and responsibility, and you moved forward. Some of you, you left a toxic situation. You could have traveled, okay? You could have moved. You freed yourself from some sort of negative alliance or group affiliation, is also what I'm getting. For some of you, somebody could have got out of jail, okay? You may have, somebody could be getting out of jail and moving to a different location. Wheel of Fortune, why is this here? Yeah. Somebody possibly got left because the money stopped rolling in, especially if they left you for someone else. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They did some sort of isolation spell on you to block you, and they're in regret. All right, but somebody could have got out of jail and started a new relationship. Okay, somebody could be pregnant. Somebody could have been pregnant. Yeah, so you may be younger, or this could be about somebody's child that may have gotten pregnant after they got released or something like that. Somebody could have got pregnant in jail. I mean, I did a reading about a year or two ago, and a lot of people was questioning that reading, but then all of a sudden we started seeing all type of things come on the news about people in the LGBTQIA community being housed with women, and these women ended up pregnant. Some of you, you may know somebody, or that may be you that experienced this, okay? Freedom, why is this here? Message, okay? So somebody's going to send you some sort of message here, okay? They completed a toxic cycle with the 5 of air being here. Yeah. There's going to be some sort of rapid communication. This could also have been somebody that got into an argument and they walked away. Something could have been exposed in the heat of an argument. Okay, somebody could have got caught doing something. Yeah, to a high priestess with Oshun being here, Scorpio. Oh, there it is. 5 of air in reverse. So this person didn't play fair. I feel like you could be a Scorpio, you got caught doing something, or a Scorpio got caught doing something. You could be a Scorpio and this is happening to you. Somebody could have tried to scapegoat you, a friend circle or something like that, because you could be on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius. You may also have Aquarius in your chart. And possibly Capricorn too. Somebody's being forced to walk away from a toxic situation. A couple of readings ago, it talked about somebody being scapegoated. The moon card, why is this here? Take these two. So yeah, somebody's fearful of the protection that you have. They wanted a victory here. They was trying to manifest your finances, okay, or block your finances. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. The more they're trying to block you, the more they're losing. Ogun could be your head. Somebody could be a Cancer. Somebody may have tried to sacrifice you, get you into a car accident or something like that. This person better watch it. The moon is not their friend. We got a gatekeeper. Somebody could be in the music industry. But somebody's definitely in their thoughts about who they have in their circle. This person wants to communicate with you, or you want to communicate with them. Dwarves, why is this here? I'm not clarifying all these cards. I'll be here too long. So this person is feeling contempt. They feel unworthy because they may have thought if they stayed in this toxic partnership, that they would gain some sort of wealth here. Somebody needed to use their intuition about this soulmate, this soul contract, this soul tie. this person was using a voodoo doll or some sort of entity to block off this emperor. 6 of Cups. They could have a Cancer moon. They could be on the cusp of Gemini and Cancer. Cancer and Leo as well. Or you are. False, I'm really gay. So somebody's gay or bisexual. They're in a relationship for what it looks like on the surface. This person may pay prostitutes. Yeah, because they have a fetishes here, okay? They have fetishes. For some of you, this could be a secret lover or somebody that they were in jail with here. This is clarity for somebody dealing with a shapeshifter. A shapeshifter could be somebody that cross-dresses or someone that changes their gender. That stopped at the weirdest time. So there is some sort of milestone that's approaching or someone is going through. Okay, this is about alliances, stability, wish fulfillment. Somebody's coming out of a confusing situation. Somebody's realizing that they were dealing with someone that was causing a lot of strife, unnecessarily. Why is the ancestors here? This person may have been gay for pay too. I'm just gonna put that out there because, and that's nothing against anybody in the LGBTQIA community. I am just reading the story. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is clarifying what I said earlier. Somebody tried to channel somebody's ancestors here and got them caught up. Somebody could also be found in a landfill or a dumpster. Okay. You may have prophesied something about that. You may have had some sort of premonition. You were also protected. Okay. This person could have did a coffin spell or something like that with Ogun being here twice. And I hear something about a car accident. They could have did a burial spell in the past. It could have caused you to get into a car accident. Why is buried here? Opportunist in reverse. Yep. Yep. So this person, for some of you, they did do some sort of ritual in the past that may have caused you to get in a car accident. They tried to do it again and it didn't work. All right. This is surrounding a man or a man is involved in this. Compton could be significant. For some of you, this is somebody that's in the LGBTQIA community that's doing the spell work here on somebody's, on both divine beings, you know, a divine masculine, a divine feminine here, because somebody wants some sort of success. Okay, and they may have did some sort of ritual to gain some sort of success. They want to be a celebrity or possibly in the music industry. This person has an addiction. Let me tell you about this girl. So they went and they hired somebody or they did something. This person is addicted. They're addicted, yeah. This is somebody that made a head over heart decision because of their addiction. Somebody could have been promised something here. This person is actively in their head trying to figure out how to cause some sort of destruction in your life with no risk, no fun. We have E equals MC2 squared in reverse. That came out in the last reading. Make sure to check that out. Okay, so this person is stealing ideas or, yeah, for some of you, it's stealing ideas, but they're also trying to keep someone busy so that they don't think straight. Okay. I'm also hearing something about a coffee break. I don't know if you had coffee with somebody or somebody has an addiction to caffeine. They also could just be very antsy and they try to stay up. They can't sleep or they have problems sleeping. Gatekeeper. Here we go. Check out the last reading. So somebody definitely tried to set up, sacrifice somebody. They could have went to jail here. They could have went to jail. This could have something to do with somebody in the music industry, a producer or something like that. With the lesson learned, the divine feminine being here, you told them something about whoever that they were dealing with. Eight of Fire. Ace of Cups. Why is this here? A karma can ruin your whole life. Okay. You definitely told them about a karmic that they were dealing with that tried to set them up. If this person isn't in the music industry, somebody is like an actual spiritual gatekeeper. Somebody could be in the healthcare field. You may work with inmates or something like that. Okay. For some of you, this is you feeling isolated. Okay. For you to heal. Somebody could have also tried to isolate you to set you up. For some of you, this could be surrounding somebody that you had a soul contract with, a soul tie. You may have thought that this person was your twin or a higher level soulmate, but they were a hidden enemy. This person could have pulled a gun on you, or they had a gun pulled on them, and somebody went to jail. This person somebody may have gotten a gun pulled on them because they found out somebody gave them a disease. Oh yeah. E equals MC. The energy applied is equal to the energy spent or sent. So somebody's mad that your hard work is paying off. You could have moved to a different location or changed a major, or you did something. You completed something major after you dealt with this person that was trying to trigger you. Yeah. They were trying to trigger you purposely. For some of you, this person may have even tried to get you locked up. Look at this. I just noticed prison. Somebody could be watching you from prison or trying to contact you from prison. Eight of Fire. Why is this here? Yeah, somebody is a tarot reader. They may have communicated with a tarot reader. This could be a coven here that did some sort of ritual to have you trapped. Somebody was able to escape that, would create the opportunity. This person was trying to create some sort of illusion so they could come in and have somebody finesse you. But you smell them coming here. Some of you came out of a very dark period because you were surrounded by snakes, okay, by karmic energy. Make sure to check out the last reading if you didn't already. These people didn't have no problem. They didn't think twice about sacrificing you, setting you up, talking about you here, because you was made to feel uncomfortable so you could be put on a higher playing field so you can get closer to the divine. Patriarchy. So this is a man or about a man. This man could have got caught doing something. Or this person has some sort of health condition. Somebody could be going to jail. This person could be on the run. They know that they did something. This person could have lied, slandered you, and said you gave them a disease or something like that. But this person got a disease from whatever prostitute they were dealing with. You got enlightenment, letting go, self-love. Something could happen in springtime. Or this is just a rebirth. Somebody could be an Aries or a Scorpio, but somebody was mentally conflicted here because they were dealing with a lot of shadow energy. Everybody that they turned to for advice was karmic in a situation. They were casting spells, possibly by lies, deceit, or actually trying to prophesy something. This person needed to let go of his group affiliation. This rival here, this Black Widow, This person, somebody that they married to, could have tried to set them up. Okay. If it's not them, somebody that they're married to's mother may be involved as well. Yeah, oops, I need my space. I stepped in some shit. 5 of Earth, why is this here? Yeah, this was in the past. Okay, so this person may have been stuck all in their head here. They didn't realize that they were being sacrificed or used or martyred. Somebody wants to travel towards you. Oh yeah, they lost a fight with whatever demonic energy that they was trying to conjure up would enjoy today. So they may have felt like they won a situation, but it was a test. Somebody actually could have been in a car accident. They may have been high when this happened. Somebody could have gotten somebody pregnant, this relationship of convenience. They was distracted here. If that's the case, whoever this person is, they got a lot of negative energy. So, I mean, even for some of you, every time this person got in the car with them, something would happen to the car. A tire would blow out. The car wouldn't start or something like that. So they were on the fence about a new beginning because they still had karmic energy. They have a lot of secrets. Okay. We got let new adventures begin on the fence. There's always something, to be thankful for. So this person lacks gratitude. They don't speak the truth. They're scared to be in their heart space. Obviously, they're always trying to think of an intellectual approach to a heart situation. They may have even a fear of success, a fear of a healthy partnership because they weren't nurtured. Okay, so this person misses hearing your voice and they don't know how you feel. They want to know, do you still love them? This is something that they don't want you to know with the moon card being here. They're very fearful here. I feel like for some of you, this is a false flame that's seeing you get some sort of victory here. Yeah. This false flame may have some sort of dealings with the LGBTQIA community, and that was a secret. They could have also went to jail or met somebody in jail. I saved your text messages. Do I still have a chance? Oop, I don't think so. Just saying. I want to start over. Ooh, I wish we could go back. I'm sorry. Sir, ma'am, I don't believe that's going to happen because you haven't did the work. Ogun Wise is here. And I have the low power mode came. Damn, I just got it. The low power mode came on when I read that last message. This is an energy harvester. This is somebody that when they slept with you, they gained some sort of abundance. This person is starting to figure that out now because you have healing energy. We have a hornado. So something was revealed about a hornado. They could have even married this whore. They possibly didn't know that this whore did some sort of there's some sort of binding. They may have even tried to pay to have somebody kidnapped. They were supposed to starve this person. Somebody.
Okay. Hey, Sagittarius, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Please remember to flip and switch the roles. I could be talking about someone else in your energy. Also remember to just take what resonates and leave what does not fit for your situation, okay? But let's see, Sagittarius, what is going on with you guys? Messages for my lovely Sagittarius. Okay. Okay, spirits, put it together. All right, so let's see. Let's shuffle one more time. Okay. What's going on for Sagittarius spirit? What do they need to know in here at this time? Okay, we have shine. Your light irritates their demons. Okay, period. So, yeah, then we have worst nightmare. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of jealousy, envy coming from this here. Some of you guys are really, really spiritual. You could be really, really religious, whatever you do. Okay, but there's a love for God here. Whatever your God is, you love God. Okay, you don't play about God. But yeah, so somebody's demonic bullshit is coming out, is what I'm getting, because it's exposing itself because of your light, your aura, how you carry yourself. I feel like somebody is. Let's see, what else for Sagittarius? So we have ignoring. Yeah, then we have blocked. Betrayal, deceit, backstab, traitor, not to be trusted. What else? Unbothered. Okay, period. So, all right. So we have bottom of the deck is hustling, making it rain, focused on money, getting it. Okay, period. Y'all don't give a fuck. Yeah, you're seeing that somebody needs anger management classes. We have anger management here. This person could be watching you from fake accounts. Okay, they could be getting screenshotting your shit, getting evidence, proof, and facts about something.
Beautiful.
Jackpot, outdated. Expecting new beginning. Okay, some of y'all could be pregnant, but let's see. Let's see what this is, Saggies. So I feel like you completely ignoring somebody. You're completely ignoring someone here. You're blocking somebody the fuck out. You don't care about this person anymore because they showed you who the fuck they were. Okay, just period. This person has betrayed you, stabbed you in the back. They've been a snake this whole time. You've known they ass. You just didn't know until now. Or recently for some of you, or you're getting ready to know. But let's see. I feel like this person plays victim a lot. They feel betrayed by you. And it's like you really just don't care. Maybe you cared a lot in the past about what this person had to say or what they thought or trying to make things better, chasing after them, but I feel like now you're not. You don't care. This person here, you know, it's because you see something about them. Period. So what's the shine card right here? Yeah, the high priestess. Yeah, the hermit. Yeah, 7 of swords. You went within and seen something. There was a light shone here, and I feel like it's intuitively. You know something. You see something here. You do. Some of you guys are definitely high priestesses or high priests. You guys are tarot readers as well as the fact that you're very much so a psychic. Okay, very intuitive. So what's the shine card, spirit, for Sagittarius? So we have the 4 of Pentacles and the Fool. Yeah, so I'm hearing like somebody has been trying to hold you back from your success, keep you stuck. I feel like they've been trying to really, really control how you lived your life. And I feel like now you've broken free with the Fool, Aquarius, Aries energy. Yeah, you're in your true essence here. This is your true essence. You feel free. You're very free-spirited. Okay, this is you. You could be becoming more adventurous or more spontaneous because I feel like you feel free. That's your true nature. And somebody has just been trying to keep themselves bound to you for whatever reason. Okay, this person could be like money hungry or they could be very greedy, very controlling, I'm getting, mostly. Very possessive, this person. I feel like you guys have been holding yourselves back from really having a good time because of whatever this person had going on with you. What's the shine card? Yeah, the Empress. Yeah, you're living in your true self, your true divinity. You're doing whatever's going to make you happy is what I'm getting. Could be dealing with the Taurus or Libra. Some of you guys are taking a risk and creating something here. Okay, you could be working on something. You could be very creative. I feel like everything, you attract abundance here. You're very abundant with the Empress. Yeah, somebody knows you're very valuable, so they're holding on to you for dear life with the Four of Pentacles. Some of you guys are needing to save your money here. Watch how you're spending your money. But I feel like you're going to make it back, right? I feel like y'all have that mentality, yeah, with the hustling at the bottom of the deck. You're definitely going to make that back, but there's still a need to save your money. Okay, don't be crazy. All right, y'all could be, yeah, Five of Pentacles, see what I'm saying? Y'all could be having y'all a good old time, going on new adventures, having fun. You know, just no care in the world right now. I feel like you're just having a good time. And somebody else is like mad. They're being exposed just because you're having a good time. So it's like you having fun really exposes this person's true nature when it comes down to you. But what's the Four of Pentacles? Okay, wow. The Emperor and the Three of Wands, Six of Cups, the Judgment. Okay. For some of you guys, I feel like you help somebody grow here. This person, I feel like at first they got irritated, but it's like now you're helping someone grow. For some of you, there's a counterpart here. Could be a divine counterpart, right? It doesn't have to be twins. A divine counterpart is just somebody that's just matches they're your equal right now. So this could be somebody that you're seeing, you're dating, or you could have some type of long distance relationship with this person. You guys both could be foreign here. Okay, you guys be of a different race. This could be twin flame energy for some of you. But for others of you, this is somebody that's your equal, that's your match. And some of you guys could be traveling with this person. It's like you're traveling the world with them or something like that. With the Three of Wands, this talks about growth, expansion, waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for an opportunity, or this person is coming towards you here. Somebody is like coming towards you, you know. I feel like you're keeping this shit to yourself. Whatever you're doing with this person, you're keeping it to yourself.
This is Sagittarius
You're not really
reading.
saying much. Okay, yeah, Ten of Pentacles, building a legacy, building an empire. Yeah, building some type of business. These two people together are good business partners. This is a power couple. Definitely two people that are on their shit. What's the Fool right here? So there is a new beginning that's happening with the Fool. Okay, Seven of Swords. So yeah, I feel like you're keeping things under wraps. It's like you don't want to be detected. You're doing everything. You're having fun, really in secret. You know, I feel like that's, private life is really a good life. I'm telling you. You know, let me see. What's this? The Fool with the Seven of Swords. The Moon. Yeah, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, moving forward privately, secretly. There could be some communication coming in from somebody as well. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpios here. Aries, Taurus, Libra, Aquarius. There could be somebody coming towards you with communication, right? Maybe you haven't heard from this person in a long time, so you're thinking maybe it's going to be positive or something like that. But I feel like this person could still be hiding something from you. Yeah, Five of Wands, Five of Cups. For some of you guys could be seeing 555. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is mostly you taking risk and doing things. You don't want to be detected. You're moving forward in a very, very, very beautiful.
This is going to be a long stream today. I'm doing Sagittarius because, of course, I'm Sagittarius, Venus, and Neptune. You always have to watch all your signs that's in your natal chart. And Venus has to do with love, so you're supposed to always, if you always listen to when the readers start talking, they always say, but this is for, of course, I'm going to say Capricorn because I'm a Capricorn. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus. That means you need to watch all those placements that you have in your chart, where Capricorn is or where Sagittarius is. Sagittarius, this reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus. I'm Sagittarius, Venus. Some readers read some readers read for Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus, and Jupiter. See, some readers call all those, and I'm a Jupiter. I have Jupiter in Aries. So see, different readers. Most readers just read for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But a lot of them read for Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus, and then there's some that read for Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus, and Jupiter. See what I'm saying? Because those really are very highly aspected placements in your chart. Because Jupiter deals with with like, how can I say it? With like your wealth. See what I'm saying? That's the planet that kind of deals with your career, your success, and stuff like that.
Way
I'm gonna do,
here.
after this Sagittarius, I got to do a Capricorn reading after Sagittarius, so that's why I say this is gonna be a long live stream today. I ain't doing nothing else, so even if I do have to leave, I won't miss nothing because she do long readings. Empress Eva do. This is a 44 minutes and 44 minutes and 32-second reading for Sagittarius, and we only 9 minutes in. So
You're keeping your new beginnings to yourself, right? I feel like you're keeping your new beginnings to yourself. You're communicating back and forth with somebody, or you're going to be, and you're keeping that shit to yourself. You're keeping it private, but you are having fun with the full, whatever this new beginning is going to bring about excitement. There could be a lot of traveling happening. Okay, some of y'all getting ready to travel the world here. Yeah, with the Eight of Wands, that is a card of travel. Okay, it could be somebody from your past too that could be coming back around. Is what I'm getting. Or you could be like with the past life soulmate right now, high level soulmate. If it's not, yeah, Ten of Cups, Page of Cups, definitely a beautiful, I don't know what this is. But for some of you, this could be somebody from your past that's holding on to you, that's coming to see you or something like that. And I feel like they don't want to be detected because, I don't know, but.
she be tapped in.
What's this Empress? Let me see. Might as well clarify the Empress too. Okay, yeah, the world. You feel good, honey. Yeah, Four of Wands. You feel really good. You feel whole within yourself. You're completing cycles here, or a cycle has been completed. You close something out. There's something here that you closed out. You feel really, really good. You feel whole within you. You feel complete. You feel happy. A lot of things are being achieved in your life. You are being celebrated. You are being celebrated for something that you're doing. I feel like there could be a relationship here that you're getting ready to celebrate, or you're already in one where you're celebrating that shit and you're having you a good old time. Like a lot of good things are coming in for you, Sag, is what I'm getting. There's a lot of things that you turned your back on here. Yeah, I feel like you're keeping everything close to your chest though. So what is ignoring? Yeah, somebody trying to figure out why the fuck you're ignoring them, or why you're not answering their calls, or why you're not saying anything to them. Is because you're living your best life, bitch, and you don't even know what Sagittarius is doing. That's why. Because you're gonna rain on their fucking parade. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, the Sun, the damn Page of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you don't have time for this butt hurt ass energy with this Three of Swords. Like, you're good. I don't know what the fuck somebody else's issue is. What's this ignoring? What's ignoring for Sag? Yeah, Death card, bitch, is over. You could be dealing with the Scorpio. Yeah,
Yes,
Nine of
period.
Cups. I feel like you feel so much happier that something is over here. I feel like you guys could be going through a major transformation right now, a major ending, but it's definitely going to make you feel like this Nine of Cups. You've been pampering yourself, pouring into yourself. Really, really protecting your energy, being optimistic, okay, about what's coming up for you or what you're going through. Okay. Yeah. The Death card, Nine of Cups. Yeah, the High Priestess here again. So wish fulfillment is coming in for you. Your wishes are being granted. I feel like you're being pleasured. Okay. Some of y'all really having some good sex with somebody. Okay, like, I don't know. Or this could be self-pleasure. Okay, you're pampering and pleasuring your damn self. But definitely wish is being granted, wish is being fulfilled. Yeah, this transformation is really pushing you guys into a very positive life. What's ignoring? Or this is somebody here. Okay, yeah, the Magician in reverse.
That's
Virgo,
a motherfucker
Gemini
trying to do that
energy.
he ha ha ha. That hocus
So
pocus.
yeah, the manipulative tactics, the bullshit, whatever somebody is doing to like manifest you in a very dark and mean way, it's not working. I feel like
What?
somebody feels like you're ignoring their astral projection, whatever they're projecting onto you or whatever they're trying to send you. You're ignoring it, or it's just not touching you. It's not bothering you. You're unbothered. It definitely does say unbothered. The Magician in reverse is manipulative trickery energy. It definitely is. What's this Nine of Cups? What is this? Yeah, Page of Wands. Good news. Things taking off. I'm telling you. There's some good news coming in. It could be in the form of some type of communication. It could be a letter, email, text, phone call, or something. Or this is you. Definitely, this energy is like really passionate. It's exciting, adventurous. I'm getting adventurous, really. Some of you guys could be traveling to new states, new cities, new countries, new everything. I feel like there's going to be a sense of newness. Yeah, celebration, a lot of happiness. Look, Queen of Wands, Three of Cups, the Justice card with the Ace of Cups. Definitely a beautiful new beginning. New beginnings everywhere, really. Yeah, and I just feel like somebody here feels ignored by you. You don't give a fuck, and I feel like you don't. You do not care. Page of Wands. Some of you guys could definitely be working on something new. Some of you guys could be dating somebody new that's younger than you. A girl, they got, stamina and they got energy and they still young. They can still do whatever, but I don't know. They're an emperor status, so if they are young, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. This energy looks really, really nice though, Sag. I just feel like you're not bothered at all. You're unbothered. You're living your best life. You're looking at the positive side of things here. I feel like you're very active. You have new exciting plans here. You found your passion, or you're finding your passion. Yeah. So, there could be a lot of people talking to you or talking about you here. A lot of word of mouth energy. So whatever you do, some of you guys could do something online. There's people talking about whatever you're doing. But I feel like there's a very playful energy here. Yeah, but what's the death card? Let's see. Okay, yeah, the Two of Wands. Yeah, you've turned your back just completely. You just suddenly decide to leave something behind or whatever. But I feel like you're definitely leaving. Definitely traveling. Some of you guys are thinking about moving for real. There's a lot of movement or something here taking place. You could be waiting for something to end. So there could be documents or something coming in that's going to work out in your favor. It's going to end something. You could move forward, right? Two of Wands is planning and strategizing. It could be a partnership here that you're ending. There's some type of business partnership, or could be a relationship that you're ending. What's this Two of Wands? Let me see. With the death card. Okay, you have the Sun. Yeah, and then we have the Knight of Wands. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like something has been exposed. You've been enlightened about something here, but definitely playful energy. A lot of fun here. Some of y'all could be pregnant, or you're going to be. Okay, because it's a lot of fondling here. It's a lot of playing around, and I don't know, y'all having fun. So, I don't know what kind of fun. It could be sex, nothing wrong with it. Get your freak on. Get your freak on, Sagittarius. Okay, because it looks like you've met your match. Yeah, both people are feeling good about themselves. Both people feel whole within themselves. Like, you feel good. Your relationship is like flourishing. I don't know. And y'all is having fun. This person and y'all are traveling together or something like that. A lot about travel. Y'all might have a lot of travel plans here. But with the Sun, this is playful energy. This is victorious. This is feeling successful or gaining success in something or something. I don't know. I can't even talk, y'all. But yeah, this is such a nice energy. What's the Magician right here in reverse though? What is this? Okay, yeah, King of Cups, somebody being emotionally manipulative or trying to put on the front as if they're okay, or if they're, mature enough to deal with you or whatever the fuck. This person is still in trickery energy. Yeah, whoever this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is, or this King of Cups, whoever this masculine is, I feel like you found your true match, your true masculine, because this person here is still very childish. Yeah, and they're going through a tower, and the tower is the fact that you walked away. You walked away from them. What is the Magician in reverse with the King of Cups? Yeah, the Justice. Yeah, karma is here. Libra energy. Yeah, and with the Sagittarius energy here with the Temperance, yeah, things are balancing out. I feel like something involving your family life is balancing out as well, but definitely your new beginning here is being protected. I feel like your money is being protected. You are very wealthy, very abundant. I feel like you're learning how to be more patient here, as well as understand that divine timing is a real thing. So, there's balance and peace and harmony coming in. You guys could definitely be with a soulmate right now that you've met in a past life, but they, I guess, never got off the ground or something. I don't know, shit. I don't know what happened in your past life, but you definitely recognize somebody. You're with somebody that you really, really fuck with. This is a good person to be with right now, whoever this Emperor is, right beside the Empress. You're getting ready to travel the world with this person. I don't know who the hell this is, but I love this for y'all. Really, I do. For some of you guys, you could be going through a court situation. I feel like it's going to work in your favor. They're trying to manipulate the courts or manipulate something. And I feel like karma is here. As soon as they try to do that, it's going to backfire. So, okay. Balance being restored in your life here. This is your justice. This is your karma. Karmic justice is definitely here. Yeah. So what is blocked? What's blocked? Okay, yeah, the Temperance in reverse. Somebody that's trying to antagonize you, somebody that's imbalanced here, somebody that you're clashing with, somebody that's not going to shift their perspective ever. They're going to stay stuck in their ways, okay? With the Temperance in reverse, this is some discord, disharmony that you're having with somebody, and I just feel like you block them. You're guarded, you don't want to fuck with them, just period. So, okay. What's blocked? What else for blocked? Okay, yeah, Six of Cups, King of Swords. Yeah, so for some of you guys, you're getting a restraining order or you're getting some type of protective order on this person to block communication from them. Okay, they could be blocking you all on your social media. They can have all your social media handles. If you have a lot of them, they got all of them. They got a lot of them too. Okay, they could be behind fake pages watching you, but definitely some of you guys could be going through a court situation that involves your children with this person. For others of you, you just cut this person off because they're very cold towards you. They just don't. They have not really been emotional with you. I feel like you, for some of you, there's like some memories
here. Three of Pentacles. You may have some help coming in here. The High Priestess. The Eight of Cups. You guys may have gotten fed up with the situation and walked away from something, or this is what someone did to you. Knight of Swords. Somebody's coming in with some type of communication here. We have the Star. I see you maybe working something out with somebody and healing a situation, or like working things out. We have the Empress. So we have the Knight of Swords here. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We have Pisces energy with the High Priestess. We have Sagittarius and Pisces energy here with the Wheel of Fortune. With the Star, we have Aquarius energy. And I don't know if I said that or not, but we have the Empress here, which is Taurus energy. We also have the Emperor on the back of the deck, Aries energy. So what is being walked away from here? What does this mean for my Capricorns? The Eight of Wands, like you're moving on from something. Let's see for. Oh, no. This is either somebody that you walked away from coming in with communication to apologize to you, or this is you guys getting fed up with somebody you walked away from them. So now they want to come in and apologize, come in with some type of communication to apologize to you. Yeah, there's an apology coming in here. I feel like you guys gave up on a person or a situation. Maybe they haven't given up on you, though. We have the Wheel of Fortune. What's this thing for Capricorn? The Five of Cups. I feel like, yeah, you guys have been maybe like, just have had some crap going on in your life. Just like a lot of disappointments, a lot of setbacks. You guys could still be just like sad or heartbroken over some type of situation that went down. That's about to change, I feel like. What's this mean? Seven of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's like you guys have been just trying to like be patient, wait it out, just hoping for better days type energy. And I feel like it is about to happen here. What's this communication that's coming in? Yeah, somebody's coming in to express their feelings to you. Somebody's coming in to express their love to you. How will they know who this person is? The Hermit? Could be a Virgo for some of you. This is somebody that has not been speaking to you, or you had to pull. What did my Capricorns do in regards to this person or this situation? The Hierophant. And what about this person that's coming in? The Death. Ooh. They could have ended things with you. What does Death mean for this person? I feel like you guys chose yourselves. I feel like you guys have chose yourselves in the situation. And it's almost like humbling this person or something. Like something, it's like, what's the Six of Wands for this person? Four of Wands. What's the thing for Capricorn? The King of Swords. And it's like giving them the clarity that they want to have like marriage. They want to settle down with you. They want to have marriage or stability with you. They want to offer you something committed and stable. But it's like something is changing here. What's the Six of Wands mean for this person? For some of you, this is somebody that lives at a distance from you. What does the world mean for this person's intentions? The Lovers. I feel like it's they want to reconcile. Maybe this person, what's the Lovers mean for Capricorn? Ooh, this is somebody leaving something else behind. This is somebody that's maybe going to come towards you when something else has come to an end, or they've left something else behind. Or they feel like maybe you are leaving. What's the Five of Pentacles mean for Capricorn? The Ace of Pentacles? What's it mean for this person? The Ace of Pentacles mean for this person. The Judgment. No, this is this person coming back to offer you something stable and committed. But I feel like it's maybe after something else is coming to an end. What is the High Priestess? What's this mean for Capricorn? The Seven of Wands. I feel like you guys blocked this person or something. Or Seven of Wands. What's their intuition telling them about this? The Five of Wands. It's like you guys are not. You haven't been listening to your intuition, or somebody's been not moving this forward because they cannot. They're not listening. They haven't been listening to their intuition. They've had too many voices in their head, too much conflict. They're not listening to what the divine is trying to show them. And I feel like the divine is trying to tell them to take this cup of love or to offer their love to you, but they haven't been listening. So what's the Empress mean for this situation? What's the Empress mean? The Page of Wands. They're going to try to reach out to you to initiate something. This is mean for Capricorn. Okay. The Sun. Yeah. This looks like something positive coming in. Eight of Pentacles, wanting to put work and effort into this. They're trying to work on. What is this? Work on what? The Nine of Cups. Somebody's been maybe trying to work on themselves. What does it mean for Capricorn? The Moon. You don't trust this person, but this person's been working on themselves. Yeah. Yeah, this is Justice. But it's like because of whatever this person did to you in the past, you just don't know how to feel about them. But yeah, this person will have, when they're coming back towards you, I feel like they will have closed out some cycles in their life. They will have been working on themselves. I feel they're coming towards you in a high vibration or a positive vibration, positive energy. I don't see them having any ill intentions or anything here. So let's get a little bit more clarity about what is happening. Sorry, guys. I might sneeze one more time. Sometimes I sneeze 3 times. What is ending for this person? Or let's see. Let's see here. Give us a little bit of information about what's ending in this person's life. What's ending? Or yeah, what's ending? Heartbreak. Maybe this person was heartbroken over some type of other situation, but maybe they're finally moving on from that. What's ending? Show affection. This person was emotionally guarded or not showing you affection or opening themselves up to you because of some type of past heartbreak they went through or some past relationship they were in. I told you, Spirit says when this person comes back, you will be able to trust them. Why? What is changing here? Why? Money issues? What about money issues? I will fight for us. I feel like this person's going to be very persistent with trying to win you back over. Yeah, they're coming back a lot more stable. They definitely miss you. What does money issues have to do with my Capricorns? Friends with benefits? Infidelity. What's this mean for this person? Let go of the past. They needed to release somebody from their past, and that has something to do with their money issues. Maybe it was like a past situation where somebody cheated on them, friend zoned them. It was a friends with benefits situation or something here. They maybe stayed in a situation because of money. They needed to let go of that situation. What does friends with benefits have to do with their relationship with Capricorn? Let's enjoy our happiness. I am letting down my walls. This was somebody that was trying to keep your relationship very lighthearted. But they maybe didn't want to commit to you at some point because they were still like they wanted to enjoy. They liked spending time with you and you did make them very happy. But when it came to actually like letting you in, investing in you, they were very guarded towards that because they're maybe just open to maybe being friends with benefits, like not actually putting a label on this relationship. And it's because they were like holding on to some type of past situation where somebody cheated on them. I feel like this person maybe feels like you're moving on from them now. You guys are trying to focus on healing. They're dreaming about you. Yeah, I feel like they feel like you're moving on from them. They're kind of feeling like they're about to, they have missed an opportunity or that they're going to miss an opportunity. Interesting. What else do they need to know about this situation? I am going to extend this reading. The link will be in the description box, or you can join the membership where you can get all access to all the extended readings. Again, join button below, or click the join button below if you're wanting to join, or there is a link in the description box to join as well, or to get more information. What's going on here? What do they need to know? I'm trying to think about what I want to use to gain more clarity about this. What do they need to know about this going forward? This person coming in, what do they need to know? What do they need to know? Ooh, what does this mean for Capricorn and this person coming back? Expectations. Yeah, look at this. They're about to make up. Wow, guys, look at this. I feel like at some point, this person was not in a place to give you what you like. It was an imbalance in this connection. I mean, for some of you may look at this person, so some of you were maybe dealing with a narcissist. Mm-hmm. But what I'm more so getting is that this person was like taking from you and not giving to you in the same way. They were you were giving to them emotionally. They weren't giving to you in the same way. They weren't prioritizing this relationship. Maybe you were prioritizing it. I feel like it's going to be very important when this person comes back around. Like maybe you were just not sure if you and this person wanted the same things because they weren't making you a priority. You felt like you had to. So before I pull one more card, I want to talk about. So we'll get back to that. But this person's coming in with some type of good news or like this new beginnings and energy. Wanting to have a family or something here. They're going to invite you out. They're going to actually be prioritizing you. It's like they're going to show you with their actions that they're serious about you this time. And that's what I'm going to probably name this reading. This person's thinking marriage. Okay. What's this stork energy mean for my Capricorns? What does this mean for this person returning back to my Capricorns? Soulmates. This person's almost coming back like as a new person. Like they're coming back like in a different energy. I told you this person has been healing themselves. They definitely have recognized that they need to heal themselves before they can ever be with anybody, but they feel this soul connection to you. Yeah, they feel like you guys are soulmates. Tell me what this stork means for Capricorn. What does stork mean for Capricorn? Ooh, what is this about? What does stork mean for this person coming back towards? What does this mean for Capricorn? Yeah, it's like this was a very guarded person you were dealing with. And I feel like it was very frustrating. What were my Capricorns frustrated about? Yeah, the separation. They broke your heart. What did they do? What did this person do? Something that for some of you, they wanted to have a separation. They wanted a divorce. Maybe it was something that they sent you, a text or an email. What did they do to my Capricorns? They wouldn't take a chance on this connection or something. What did they do? Spirits not really saying. I just see that this person's going to come back and ask for another chance here. Once they were I feel like it was just maybe hurtful that this person wouldn't open up to you. They had a wall up. Or it's that this person, they just wouldn't open up to you because of something that happened to them in the past. Mm-hmm. What does the document mean for Capricorn? What does it mean for this person, the document? It's this is somebody that's maybe getting to. I told you this person's going to try to come back towards you after something else is done and over with. They may be closing out some type of other karmic contract in their life.
After this go off, we're gonna dive into the.
And then they're gonna reach out to you.
Live
you're gonna be receiving communication from this person.
We're gonna expand.
Then things are gonna be moving on. Like, it's like then things will be able to progress in this situation. Then this person's gonna. It's like I see this person coming in to be able to give you what they should have been giving you, or what you need, or what you deserve. But it's after they maybe go through like a divorce or a separation, or they end another cycle. All right, guys. I want to see though. What does this girl with the snake mean for Capricorn? Friend zoned, yeah. You kind of felt like this person used you because, yeah, it was like maybe they. What did this mean for this person? This person was a little bit. They were like lacking some regard for your feelings.
I was playing a Sagittarius reading. Did you hear it?
This person needed to take a look in the mirror to see how they were treating you. How were they treating my Capricorns? They didn't see your worth or something. They weren't seeing that they really needed to work on themselves. Yeah, they did something. What did they do with the friend zone? They heartbroken. And what did this mean for Capricorn? Deal breakers. You just felt like you deserved much better than whatever this person was doing. What is did they do?
Deep here.
This person was afraid that you were going to leave them. They were afraid that you were going to break their heart. They were, when it was keeping them from being able to see that with you, they could have had a healthy relationship with you. It's like something is clouding this person's vision of you. It's the past. This person is holding on to the past and applying that to the situation with you when it's unnecessary. They were in some type of like toxic connection here where somebody maybe just used them. Or this person lacks boundaries or something. People take advantage of this person. It's like they thought that maybe they had to that maybe you were using them, or just like you weren't showing your true self to them, that maybe they needed to be guarded with you. But they were unable to see that you were actually an ideal person for them. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they're going to continue to have this like clouded vision until something else closes out here. Like there's like your marriage material, but they were unable to see it. But look at this. Endings bring new beginnings. That's right. Growth, change, liberation, transition, and mirroring. I'm telling you, this person taking a look in the mirror at themselves and seeing how reckless they've been when it came to you, how they maybe led you on, they teased you, they played games. Okay. Yeah. They want to talk to you about all this. Yeah. They want to talk to you. They're going to tell you that they were afraid. That's what they're going to tell you, but that they feel a very strong connection to you. So we're going to take a look at the future and see what the future holds, see what actions this person's going to take towards you, see more, get you guys some advice, see timing if spirit will allow, see what this person has been up to and what's going on in their situation while you guys have been in.
We're going to close this here out. I hope y'all enjoyed the content. The timestamps in the description box. If you like the readers, you can always go to their channels and subscribe to them, show them some love, okay? But I'm coming right back with expanding our consciousness, all right? We're going to expand our consciousness.